What's new? What's hot? What's trending? The headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the Best Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
Testimony time, hallelujah. Time. Tell your neighbor, Baba don't do am again. Baba don't do am again.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
The thing will shock the enemy.
Tune it in. Turn it up. Hot Digital Online.
He lift me higher again. From zero to hero again. Baba don't do am again. Baba don't do am again. Baba don't do am again. Last year they cried, this year they dance. Now Jehovah turned my story to chance. People will laugh me, don't they ask me? Now where you go? I say, now Jesus bless me. He picked me from grass to grace. Put celebration for my face. Who fit do? Nobody fit. Only my Baba will never quit. Baba don't do am again.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
God raise me, stand giddy but all. Every setback turn to sector. Now my season of divine lift up. Blessing full everywhere. Now grace are they wear like underwear. Joy overflow in all day end. Because my Baba and my best friend. Hey, who wake me up this morning? Baba don't do am again. Who give me peace when storm they blow? Baba don't do am again. Who put food for my table? Baba don't do am again. Who make me smile for no reason? Baba don't do am again. He make you dance.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Don't do am again. Don't do am again. Baba don't do am again. Don't do am again.
All right, moving on quickly. Now, in the meantime, it's 24 minutes past 8 o'clock this morning, and it's Wednesday morning, brand new day, brand new spanking day. It is going to be bright and sunny, and because the weather is going to be a little bit humid, and we are not a unity preoccuped the degrees Celsius of today's weather condition. As we moving on quickly to bring you the update of inside stories and by kind courtesy of UnityLink Financial Services Limited. Mobile money to all major networks in Ghana. Cash pickup to 18 banks and all rural banks, and bank deposit to all banks and airtime top up is UnityLink Financial Services Limited. And and so moving on. Aku bless me checha on
if you hide do, made them in Yamiasio. I do, when you me if you hide,
the Minyamiasio. I do, Onyami I bio. I do, me the Minyamiasio.
The news, the interviews, and what have you. All packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station. Odds Digital Online.
I've seen my year of joy. This is my year of rejoicing. Aha, you do. Onyame, I do.
Nana, Yami, so Mama surrender. I do. Onyame, I do. Nana, Yami, so Mama surrender. I do. Onyame, I do. Nana, Yami, so Mama surrender.
Interviews and what have you. All packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station. Odds Digital Online.
I've seen my year of joy. This is my year of rejoicing. I do.
In this my introduction, I told them is Aku Bless doing this one. Time check is about 27 minutes past 8 o'clock this morning. We have inside stories this morning on our desk. And we've done a lot of research in regards to the upcoming and the current developments of some of the issues. And more importantly, on issue with the visit of the President of the Republic of South Africa. Now, the South African presidency has dismissed report suggesting that Ghana turned down a request to host the President Cyril Ramaphosa for a state visit, insisting that no such request was ever made. Now, according to South African presidential spokesperson Vincent Magwenya, recent diplomatic exchanges between Pretoria and Accra were solely focused on preparation for the upcoming third session of the South African Ghana the Binational Commission. That is both countries have previously agreed to convene. His clarification also followed widespread report claiming that Ghana had declined to receive President Ramaphosa amid concerns over the safety of Ghanaians in South Africa. South Africa also following the recent anti-illegal migration protests and attack involving foreign nationals. Speaking to the Business and Financial Times, Magwenya also said that the correspondence between the two governments was aimed at confirming arrangement for the next BNC meeting rather than seeking approval for the presidential state visit. Now, the request was to confirm that the sitting on the BNC, which was to be co-chaired by the president and had already been agreed upon last BNC meeting, and there was no request for the state visit. There's a communique that is purporting from the South African, the correspondent who is in regards to representing the president, or say it is not about the state visit most importantly, but the bilateral trade between the two countries. Any nyamaka kahono, but when you're into say abain NDC amanyuko and also say NDC abain etisono. Omo ayo magwin say visit bia ono Ramaphosa yes or bagana no. Nya dia o mapenyinu enso peso hu nanim kranti nsem no nya sa na tie nti South African for no so issued statement. The correspondent for the presidency has issued a statement in regards to that particular issue. Now, Muntaka Mubarak, the Minister for Interior, Edin Sembi Atuja, now is quite worrying and disturbing. Kind report to know see the Minister of Interior, Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka, has disclosed that preliminary investigations into the interception of a shipment of methamphetamine, in Australia, has uncovered possible internal collusion involving some government officials. Now, he was appearing before the Parliament Committee on Assurance on Tuesday, July 7th. He said investigators were still interrogating several government officials over their suspected roles in facilitating the movement of the illicit drug through the Ghana Security Services. According to him, the authorities have identified inconsistencies in the ongoing investigation, raising suspicions that some individuals within the country's security architecture may have manipulated procedures at the entry and exit point to aid the drug trafficking. We are still interrogating a lot of government officials. Even as yesterday, there's a lot that is not adding up. And you see that there are some involvement in some of the people within the system. We are also working to reach as many as possible, and who we think might have played one role or the other. Now, Muntaka explained that whilst Ghana has invested in security equipment, technology alone cannot eliminate a threat of drug trafficking if personnel entrusted operating the systems are compromised. Now, even before, if you put all this gadget together, remember that they are going to be operated by human beings. So if the wrong persons are sitting there, you can just bring all the gadget in the world. It is still not safe. He revealed that government has already begun reviewing its security operations, including changes to the personnel development and rotation to minimize opportunities for corruption and strengthen border security. Muntaka cited that example of a handheld weapon detection system donated by the German government for the use at the port in Ghana, the Temahabo. Nothing is that if the effectiveness depends heavily on the direction and integrity of the security officers. He further cautioned against limiting attention to major entry points such as Accra International Airport, Tema Port, and Takoradi Port, stressing that Ghana has 48 legitimate borders, crossing points that require effective monitoring. Muntaka also noted that government remain committed to tightening security across borders while investigations into the intercepted Australian-bound methamphetamine shipments continue. It is well said and done. Now you remember this drug trafficking that appeared in Australia. An Eastender who was arrested in collaboration with some few people whose name have been mentioned for thorough investigations to be committed. Now the commitment of the investigation has been tabled. It will also help maybe it is going to be an enabler. The enabler who helped the transient of the methamphetamine product that was transferred or was transported from Ghana to Australia. Now, Australia have a tightened security, especially products that we use. Most of them are banned at the airport. So, talking about it, all the seaport, the airport have its tight security. So, for transporting such a huge quantity of methamphetamine, that also contain the usage and the enablers who assisted this young lady who was arrested, was apprehended for interrogations, and I believe she is mentioning names. Nti Muntaka say, and Robonia yachi, Australia no, buying penyinfo bi, any nipa bi, eka ho bi omo din bi ebebo boba na nipa ni bi ya started investigations na ohwa gadget wo ho a omo dia port ni ade. It is going to operate by human beings. So if the person's integrity is compromised, he will go and sit there but to manipulate the system. And eno ed your how kese enaba. And Australia at your bano. Now I know said definitely once the thing has been transported from the Tama port, it means that we have all the gadgets to be able to scrutinize and identify the quantum of the product or the methamphetamine that was packaged to be transported to the country of where the destination. Some government officials are under investigations, and I believe that those who are involved in this illicit drug trafficking will be held responsible for negligence and also connivance, conspiracy, and a whole lot of things that will be incriminated. The issue on board, let's say, the lady was arrested in Australia. Once she has been arrested, the investigation will be painstaking. You can't painstaking. Just say it will going to be a thorough investigation to the latter. Every accomplices who are accompanying this or the being enabler, the man enabler will be a boy. It is like aiding and abetting. So a person who is involved in this scandal will be held responsible. So investigation is underway. Some government officials have been identified and their names have not been put out there, but maybe in the due time, some suspected people who have been affiliated with this particular scandal will also be unraveled. And that is the issue on board and pay.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
And it is Naja Farage, the leader for reforms, and so what transpired, the transpiration, and what even triggered his resignation or calling off, say he's not going to be a member of parliament. The Labour and Conservatives, the Liberal Democrat, the Green Party, and Restore Britain have all ruled out contesting the Clacton by-elections triggered by the resignation of Nigel Farage. Indeed, all the parties, including Conservative and Labour, said they are not going to be part of the by-election. The Reform leader said, having announced his resignation, he would refight the exit in what he billed as the people versus the establishment by-election, facing increasingly scrutinizing over his finances and the parliamentary investigations. Farage said, people of Clacton should be the judge of my actions. Foreign Secretary Ved Cooper also said that by-election shouldn't be happening and accused Farage of throwing a political tantrum as a dissatisfaction. Nobody is going to get drawn into what is being politically stunned by Nigel Farage because he wants to duck and dive around the rules to apply to everyone or every individual told BBC Breakfast. Farage on Tuesday said he had done nothing wrong in regards to his finances. Conservative leader Kemi Bednock also said that the party will not participate in the fake elections which Nigel Farage is causing distract people from what is happening. The Liberal Democrat and also urged the government to block Farage's resignation until the standard investigation had concluded, arguing that his constituents needed all the facts before they cast their vote. And there are a lot of people who have added their voice in regards to his resignation, saying that it is like a shambolic motive. He has a modus operandi of resigning for people to know that he has the integrity to resign. That is not the issue. They should investigate him before resigning. Indeed, a lot of people have pulled out. A lot of parties have pulled out, say they are not going to contest the by-elections. To Restore Britain, set up by the MP Rupert Lowell, after the suspended reform, it will not stand in this election, but will also do So a second by-election was ultimately triggered by the standard inquiry. The Green Party of England and Wales initially said it would be a decision for the local party. Later, the Green Party, Hannah Spencer, told BBC Newsnight local members had decided not to file or to field a candidate. Indeed, most of them have rejected the call to contest this by-election. The by-election they see as a sham because the man has shown some kind of disintegrity into Enyadia. They will be part of this by-election. Nigel Farage resigned yesterday due to the fact that he's being questioned and interrogated after this 5 million scandal came up. Inti yako enimne atwa igbedo so yentie yenua ba Charity Ejay Osimira na yemfa other subsequent matters and acknowledge our proud sponsors and link up with our affiliate sister stations Peace 104.3, OK 11.7 and Neat 100.9 and other media portals on our desk at Opay Hot Digital and Auti. Yanko enimne atwa igbedo so
all packed and ready to go. On your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online. And what have you, all packed and ready to go. On your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online. Hot Digital Online.
have not seen the president visiting family. We saw him in the air. We saw
The
him in the
news, the
helicopter.
interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital
Those who lost
Online.
their lives. We have not seen any government official reaching out to them, their families, those who lost properties. We have not seen any action from government. What we know is that the president was comfortably in the helicopter in the name of surveying, finding out. But Mr. Speaker, the
Tune
people
it
who
in.
suffered
Turn it up.
are in their
Hot
home.
Digital Online.
The people who suffered, Mr. Speaker, I'm a Shipon. Is government taking data of those who suffered? My own Winneba, Efutu, 6 communities were submerged. Jane Janazi, Atachado, Jahazi, Mr. Speaker, interacting with the chiefs and the people, Mr. Speaker, they are in pain. I've spent days with my people. Mr. Speaker, the roads have been cut off. They can't go to their farms, Mr. Speaker. That is the reality. We are talking about Accra. Winneba, 6 communities. Jane Johnson people cannot cross to Winneba. Jahazi, they cannot. Atachado, they cannot. In Swetchi, they cannot. Osbonpeyin, they cannot. Atetu, they cannot. Silver Chrome, they cannot. That is the situation. Mr. Speaker, I think, hold the view that, Mr. Speaker, beyond the optics, government must demonstrate serious action.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
That's way there. Ebinum wɔ hɔ a ɛfutuo ntimi wɔ mo nsɔhwɛ ɛntimi wɔ mo asoɔden no a 247 wahu sɛ yɛanom deɛ yɛnyɛ adwuma biom ma menkyɛke akoa wɔ akura sɛ afa no a
hello Ochami
ogyam ohu so wɔ anaasɛ wodam
hey what want you say me who so some deɛ unity link na me use intimate asem no why me wanwa
na dua no wanya mo
me boy you enso enye obia
me say sabani sikamani a obi ni wa wayɛ akyɛ unity link your office wɔ UK USA Europe Ghana any baby UK Financial Conduct Authority ɛna license yɛ yɛne banks any telcos ahodoɔ nyinaa yɛ adwuma ɛnkɔba da sɛ wobɛsɔre anɔpa na unity link adi ohwɛ mo dabi sɛ wode sika ɛkɔ Ghana na so wɔmfa unity link anya a woda high risk foɔ nim wo sika no ɛbɛtumi akpɛmɛ unity link ayɛ Ghana ni India 30 years ni no punch deɛ nim na wia no yɛnsɔ kane ahwɛ n'anim anadwo media me say ɛba ne sikamane a unity link a na ɛkɔ unity link simple secure and fast.
Kwabna, mi hu wacho, na wokɔhyɛ hini.
Samu de mumpa akwantu agya UK, ɛna mkɔdi na watwe mienu bio.
Entia ɛna wayɛ fresh no.
Me company no, ɔmo ne Pinnacle Amofaba Education Services Limited, ɛwɔ contract. Enti yɛwɔ mu a ɔmo ba bɛfa yɛkɔ me ekosua adeɛ. Eni gye sɛm ne sɛ course bia ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔyɛ wɔ UK ana brotire bebia no. Ɔmo de ɔbɛkɔ nto 2 weeks. Ɔmo kɔ kyerɛ nneɛma bebree. Wɔn a Pinnacle boa wɔn bebree no, ebi ne bankers, digital marketing executives, students, public service professionals, media, oil and gas staff, businessmen, and nkae ka ho. Course bia opese okwa brotire koye no. Eya frɛ Pinnacle.
Abrochire minya bia nka meko nanso ene connection man fo ye ya na agi usika di nti eno kra ma mi suro
eno nti ena wose one credible company bi te say Pinnacle Amofaba Education Services eye adwuma say uti UK na wa setena resident permit na opese wotoa wo masua wonsem so wakobi de unkobi de omo beboa from foundation level certificate diploma masters ene ne keka woni nyina omo beboa ye nuanom ye nurses ene doctors ne so ode wonko de bia opese wokotoa audition so anase ho sohwe no okotro wo UK a Pinnacle be yamo
na wo kan say sikasam so
sikasam ne kra de menua tumuda eda fom se boko ukodi be na wotwe anase na wotwe mienu a de obedi anopa ne awia baby a wo beda ni nyina Pinnacle afa hoka wo dia ne o plane ticket pe na wo betwa wo sua de awie nso a san do ko landing tour na eni jesem ne se every September yi ko nyina eno ane se Pinnacle sisan krofo ko to mu school so saa nti omo awie SS ene obi a okura diploma person ko 20 degree so ni nyina no Pinnacle ebetimi de nakọ
Phone numbers mama na me de me ho kra pre me.
Pinnacle numbers 079 471 52878 ebiom 079 471 52878. Wabo amrane say, let your education be your pinnacle.
AJN and Co Limited. Wow! Quality accounting and tax services, and now officially recognized as one of the top 200 UK accountants in the 2016 Sunday Times list. Hooray! Come, let's do business and even save you more money. AJN and Co Limited. We are chartered certified accountants and business advisors. One of the finest in the country with quality professional services and excellent customer delivery. Our services include preparation of company and annual accounts, bookkeeping, self-assessment, payroll services, preparation of charity accounts, gift aid claims, tax planning, tax returns, business plans and advice, company registration, preparation of budgets, all kinds of mortgages and remortgaging. And now we are one-stop shop to arrange protection for general insurance, life cover, medical and health insurance, and income protection. We mean business. That is why we are now officially one of the top 200 accountants in the country. Papa Yamaya Budinya Echese Yaduma Soeni, Entibra, Nenya o tax returns, and Waduma Husikasem Nina amount. Na Yababua Amonia mortgage, Naya insurance in Shishaya Efatawo, Wajuma and Wabusuenina. So big companies, small businesses, charities, sole traders, self-employed, shops and restaurants. Please call Let's Do Business on 0163 447 0495. That's 0163 447 0495 or 0788 307 7742. Our address is AJN and Co Limited, Equitable House, 10 Woolwich New Road, London, SE18 6AB. Visit www.ajnandco.co.uk. Now officially a Sunday Times Top 200 accounting company.
They also have serious challenges with high unprecedented cost of fertilizer, weedicides, pesticides, and other things which they cannot afford because, you know, the economy is doing so well, but they don't have money to farm. So those are twin challenges they have here. And you know, so the farmers are saying, Mr. President, Mr. Opoku, Mr. Finance Minister, they need help.
Okay.
Buy farm inputs. They need help to cultivate the field. They need help to bring the food you eat. They don't have any. They've not seen your support. Please come to the aid of farming society. It's a serious situation because if they don't farm here, we'll get famine. And when we get famine, and add this all this to the low cost of maize that cannot make them sell and buy. So there's a serious problem here farmers are facing, and I want the president and his ministers to take a look at this.
So you're praying for the president. You are not praying for the rain? Because we were discussing whether we should pray to God.
There are two things. I'm praying for the rains to come here at the right place. Yes.
All right.
We need rain. We need water to farm. But I'm also saying that the government has abandoned farmers to their fate. And as I always say, so they are suffering. It should come to their aid too. Those are two things that the government can do, if not because of ineffectiveness and maladministration.
But you did say at a point that you had a lot of maize in your warehouse that you couldn't sell.
That cannot sell, exactly. That's the third thing, and I don't know what buffer stock is doing.
But you want more maize. But you still want more maize. You still want the farmers to get more maize.
Because Ghanaians are still eating. Ghanaians have not finished eating. They are still eating. Have you finished eating Akole, Banco, and everything? You are still eating. Okay. So we need to keep feeding the nation. To feed the nation, we must sell what we have at a good price. Use the price to invest in the farms again. Look, people here are now farming. The people who used to farm 20 acres are now doing 5. People who use 200 acres are now doing 10 because they don't. It's too expensive to farm, and the maize they had last year is still in the warehouses. So it's a big problem having.
The maize has been in the warehouse for 1 year.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
What's the lifespan of maize, by the way, if I may ask?
No, you ask agriculture. No, here the maize here is naturally baked, as in they stay on the field and the nature sun bakes it so well. So if you back it, it can stay for 2-3 years. It's very good. No problem with that. There's no problem with that. The problem I'm asking is that
we'll pray to God so that they buy your maize.
Farmers are going to reduce their yield. They are going to reduce how much they do. So this glut we have, tomorrow, it may go into go into what? Into a scarcity, into famine, because they are reducing the acreage, they are reducing how much they are farming, and that is the problem. That's the unintended consequence of government not paying the farm gate price to farmers.
Noted, Doc. All right, thank you. But when you are talking to us, please make your phone stable because you keep cutting a part of your head off. We only see your eyes.
Good morning and greetings from Tumu. Everybody says that you're always there making trouble, Miss Baby. You should come and visit Tumu once.
We'll come and visit.
We over there.
You are there wearing your suit and sitting down like you're a judge.
Doc, it's okay. Let's get into a conversation.
The United Party's candidate in Tumu.
It's okay. We're expecting Bernard Bediako. He's a private legal practitioner and MP for Akwetia. Speaks for the NDC as well. We're expecting him to join us in the studio shortly. But let's get into our first conversation. I mentioned earlier that the Council of State has sent an advice to Parliament.
All packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online,
which sought to allow persons holding dual citizenship to occupy a defined list of sensitive public offices I listed that earlier. Let's listen to what the speaker said in particular about this, and then we'll start the conversation.
The advisory opinion of the Council of State on the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana Amendment Bill 2025. The bill seeks to amend provisions of the Constitution relating to citizenship-based qualifications from public office. The bill was referred to the Council of State on 30th March 2026 in accordance with Article 291, Clause 2 of the Constitution for consideration and advice. The Council has duly rendered its advice, and in doing so, has advised against the passage of the bill by Parliament. After the first reading of the bill, in compliance with the Constitution, I referred it to the Council of State for consideration and advice. Honorable members, as earlier stated, I have received the advisory opinion on the bill from the Council of State. And I told you, this Council advised against the passage of the bill, which meant that they differed from the earlier advice of the Council of State of the 8th Parliament, which had given Parliament the go-ahead to process and pass the bill. Honorable members, while the advice of the Council of State does not determine the legislative judgment of Parliament, it constitutes an important constitutional contribution to the deliberative process contemplated by the framers of the Constitution.
And that's the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament giving us details as to why the Council of State is against that amendment to allow dual citizenships to hold some positions in government, including Member of Parliament, Ambassador.
Tune in to Hot Digital Online.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB. Now on DAB.
Now on DAB in London.
Service to dual citizens. And if you look at the history, I mean, quite recently, we had the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister, James Jachie Kwesin, have his seat declared vacant. In fact, they had to go back and conduct an election all over again. And that's because a constituent had filed a suit against him challenging his eligibility to become MP because according to this person, he had not renounced his citizenship, his Canadian citizenship, and so could not run as MP in Ghana. Eventually, the High Court made a ruling on that matter. Well, yes, of course, they had to go back for an election, and he won the election and went back into Parliament. But even before that, in 2008, we also had the late Abu Sakande, who also won the seat in Boku, and he replaced the incumbent at that time, Marama Yariga. And another citizen or constituent within that area filed a suit against him, challenging his citizenship. At that time, they said he was British and he was also Ghanaian as well. It went to the courts. The court ruled and said that he was guilty of perjury. He was guilty of false representation as well. So he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. And eventually, he was granted amnesty by President John Dramani Mahama at that time. Unfortunately, he died along the way because he also fell sick. And so we've had a history of such incidents. But now the president says he wants to support this review. But Council of State says they're against the review. Where do you stand on this? And I'll start off with Solomon at this point. Let's see what he makes of this situation.
So, good morning, Bella, and to your cherished viewers. Since you started this morning with prayer, it means we are in the spiritual mood. And so I employ you to go on your computer and go to Matthew 6:24. That is the foundation of what we are coming to discuss this morning. If you can read for your listeners or viewers to understand what is in Matthew 6:24, then we can proceed. Or I read it for you.
You read it.
So Matthew 6:24 simply is that you cannot serve two masters.
Okay.
It's very simple. So the provision of the Article 94.2, the Article 8.2 that you are referring to, its foundation is in the Bible. Matthew 6:24, that you cannot serve two masters. Okay. Now, if you were to go into the Constitution and go to our oaths, the oaths that we take, and this is the oath of allegiance. These are the words. I, then you put your name, Solomon, also do in the name of the Almighty God, swear or solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Ghana, so help me God. Now, someone holding a dual citizenship, say the United States. This is what the United States of America's oath says in that regard. This is the oath. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to same, that I will bear arms, emphasis mine, I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, so help me God. That is not the end. If someone is holding on to, and by the way, let us explain what abjure means here so that people will get what the Americans are trying to say. The word abjure is a formal verb that means to solemnly and formally reject, renounce, or give up a belief, claim, or way of life. Now, the British people, those that are in the UK, the Ghanaians that are UK, this is what they said before they got their passports. I, Solomon, also swear by Almighty God that on becoming...
You have a British passport.
I'm using myself to swear to them. This is what they said to them
I was
before.
just checking.
All of them said it before they got their British passport.
Okay.
And what I said in relation to the United States, all of them said it before they got it.
Okay, listening.
So I, Solomon, also swear by Almighty God that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to the law.
And what do you see in Ghana before you get Ghanaian?
The Ghana one, I read it to you. I, Solomon, also
do you say that before you get the Ghanaian passport?
Yeah, that if you want to become a Ghanaian. So what it means is that now the United States of America is saying that at a point you bear arms against your enemies. Who are your enemies? And foreign lands or foreigners. So Article 8.2 that bars or specifies various positions that are not to be occupied by people with dual citizenship. What does it say? It says ambassadors or high commissioners, secretary to the cabinet, and most importantly, the chief of defense staff or any service chief, inspector general of police. So granted, your chief of defense staff is an American and a Ghanaian, and there is a war between Ghana and America. And the American oath of allegiance says that you bear arms against a foreign country. Is our chief of defense staff going to take up arms and shoot Ghanaians? Because he's mandated by the oath that he swears to the American people. And for me, this must not be a subject matter for discussion. It is for intellectual purpose, academic purpose. Either than that, there is no ifs and buts. The Council of State is spot on. They are spot on in saying that that law must not be amended. What is difficult? You say you love Ghana. You want to lead Ghana. What stops you from, as it were, becoming only a Ghanaian? What is holding on to you, holding on to the other foreign nationality?
I have family, I have business, I have properties there, all of that as well.
My goodness.
That's the case.
Then stick to that country.
But I also want to help improve situation.
So you can be a consultant. There is no law that bars you from becoming a consultant. You understand? So you see, when people want to exercise their brains in terms of the academic field, they introduce all sort of foreign elements into our discourse. What is ambiguous about what we are discussing?
But this is a very important matter. We've seen a former MP go to jail.
Absolutely, he was supposed to go to jail because you cannot be serving the Australian, the country called Australia, and be serving Ghana. So when there is a matter between Australia and Ghana, where lies your allegiance? And this is all not only founded in the Bible. If you were to go into the Quran and you read the Surah Azuma, it tells you that you cannot serve or you cannot have multiple loyalties. So that provision is founded on religion as well, that only serve one master. Look, recent events, it must even tell us that we dare not. The last time I came here, I told you that one of those standing trials, what's the name, the Sky Train issue, Mr. Samoa, they took his Ghana passport. He nearly used his British passport to expel from the country. Whereas we thought that he was a fully Ghanaian, he held other nationality. What is Kenneth Oriata doing? He's seeking an American passport. So in the event that he gets it, and indeed he's going to get it, then tomorrow he'll be in this country, he will come back and say want to be the Minister of Finance. Even now that we are not allowing people with dual nationalities to be occupying these positions, see the way they are stealing us and running away from this country. They see there as safe haven. How much more you, as it were, making it a law that they cannot come. So for me, the Council of State, and I was wondering what the former Council of State were doing. What went into their decision of allowing that? Totally needless, totally uncalled for. In the United States that they even allow this, they are taking a second look at it. That look, because of national security concerns, they cannot allow. For instance, America is fighting with Iran. Can you imagine in the future government of the United States of America that the Secretary of State is an Iranian or the Secretary of Defense is an Iranian American? How do you then trust the loyalty of such a personality? So it is good that this advice is spot on. But we await what Parliament will also say. I think the framers of the Constitution were right. They were thinking right when they put it there that only Ghanaians, people that hold allegiance to the country called Ghana, must be holding position. After all, they have even limited the positions. Ambassadors, secretary to... Why must our secretary to cabinet, where critical decisions are taken, be someone that holds dual citizenship? Why must it be so? So that he will be leaking our information to the other foreign land? Why must your Inspector General? Inspector General that is in charge of your police, and the police is supposed to maintain law and order internally, be someone who has a divided attention or divided mind. So it's a straightforward mind. A house divided cannot stand. If your mind is divided, you cannot stand. If your mind is divided, you cannot contribute immensely to the development of one country. If your mind is divided, you become corrupt. If your mind is divided, you are fake.
But so where do you position the president's statement where he says that Ghanaians living abroad should have a greater role in national development? In fact, he describes the diaspora as the 17th region, and he went on to even talk about how much they contribute to our economy. Remittances from Ghanaians abroad alone has reached $7.8 billion as at last year. And so that underlines the contribution that the diaspora gives to the country's economy. So if they want to serve the nation, they should be allowed to do so without having to renounce their other citizenship.
Bella Monday.
I'm repeating what the president said.
I'm saying,
it's a question I'm asking.
No, I'm using as an example.
The way you are mentioning my name.
Are you not serving the people of this country? What you are doing this morning is service to the country, but you are not holding any government portfolio. There are several ways that you can serve the people of this country. I said that you can serve by being a consultant. If you have anything positive or meaningful to contribute, you don't have to hold a position before you express that. In any case, no government can employ all the 34 million Ghanaians to be occupied government positions.
Okay.
Definitely, few people will be leading, and majority will rather be providing that support. So we understand that they are also contributing to the economy, but they can serve in several ways. After all, the positions that they have identified are no more than even 10.
Yeah.
There are several other positions. But what we must not do is to compromise the integrity of our national security.
Okay.
If you believe in Ghana, if you love Ghana, renounce whatever and come and be a Ghanaian and serve. It's as simple as that.
All right.
And at this one, I doff my heart out to the Council of State. They are spot on.
I see. Well, very quickly before I come to Alfred, so Ghana My Motherland on Facebook, and you can also join us on Facebook at TV3 Ghana and contribute to the conversation. Who even came out with that amendment? 4 citizens are stealing and running away. Now you want dual citizens, those politicians want their dual kids to now continue stealing as well. Francis Eli Nam says a precious mineral MPP lost. Solomon Owusu, a great communicator. Okay, they said I should let you pray before the show ends today since you started with a Bible verse. But Adolph Marty says, Solo, I got my British citizenship without having to do all that. My father is a citizen. Me and my siblings just had to come here before we were 18, so we didn't have to renounce. But again, for those who now go and naturalize after 18 years, I think you have to swear an oath. We've seen those
That
videos,
is a position.
all of us. Someone says they want me to amend it so that they can comfortably run away from the country after stealing our money. No. Alfred, where do you stand on this?
Good morning again, Bella, and to Solomon for ranting this morning. I would say I appreciate where the MPs are coming from, because they need to also protect their own, especially with what happened recently. The last 2 issues were those of MPs and not of maybe, let's say, ministers who are not MPs or anyone who is not an MP. So they looked at all those things and they felt that, listen, why don't we give them the chance? Also, they want to import some expertise into the country, so I understand where the president is coming. But I also believe that the stance the Council of State have taken is quite good, because as we said earlier on, it's stated in the Constitution, there are certain positions that you cannot give it to someone who is a dual citizenship, who holds a dual citizenship. So it tells you straight away that it's of national security, one. It's of a situation where you want the person's full commitment into your, into your country or for your country. You can't expect, let's take a lady, for example, to be marrying 2 husbands, to serve in one house and go to the other. As you would see, it cannot work. And so at the end of the day, we should look at it as a whole. What do we really need? Yes, we need some expertise or mind out there. I always say that sometimes it's even good for us to have our young ones go out there to do their masters, to even get a feel of how the countries are. We've had situations where, in fact, it's not that we've had situations. We have a position where most of our ministers, they travel out of this country to other countries. They see what goes on there, but they come back and they do the same thing. I don't see them saying that, listen, I want to see Ghana as Britain, so I'm going to, as Britain is looking or as American is looking, so I'm going to go all out and change everything. We see what the input is. So at the end of the day, you ask yourself, to what end do we need this dual citizenship? I don't think it's going to serve any purpose for this country. I don't think for now it will, and I don't think in the future it will, because we need to get people who are committed, who have devoted themselves for the country, and they are ready to sacrifice for the country. We already have challenges, as most people have said, and we don't need someone who has a double mind that, listen, I'm coming to, we have people saying that, I'm coming to help you. If you don't want me, I can go back. Go back to where? But if you stay in and you destroy it, you are part of us. You should feel the brunt of what is going on. And so there's a double mind rate, and I understand and appreciate where most most of these people are coming from. But we also need to study it very carefully. We need to sit down and ask ourselves, do we really need that? Because we study, and most of the things we study are foreign materials. So where from the expertise? And I always say that World Bank can give you all the connotations to what you should do. But you should also assess yourself and see that, does it help in building or making sure that we've corrected measures in this country? I don't think it happens. Because sometimes you realize that even though they give you that, okay, this is the path I want you to take, we always adjust it to suit our local needs. And it's like politics. They will tell you, when what I say in Accra is different from what I would say maybe in Joshua's hometown. Because you should, every time when you are doing politics, you should let it suit the local need. It shouldn't be about just a whole national thing. No, it should be about the local need. When you come into Ghana, what is coming to suit us? You can bring that expertise, but if it doesn't suit our situation at the moment, because development takes steps. It's not a beginning and an end situation. So whatever expertise you have there, most people who coming from outside have that end expertise. They don't have the steps that people go through, and they don't really study the steps well. So you can come into a situation where you are bringing an expertise where it wouldn't suit us because you are looking at the end result. You are not looking at the steps you should go through. So I would say that, yes, I personally, I agree with what the Council of State is saying, but most people who are beneficiaries of this will say that, no, they don't agree because they want to also come home and come and do what they have to do.
When you say most people who are beneficiaries, I mean Parliament to a large extent. I wouldn't say they're beneficiaries because not all of them have dual citizens, but they are all, you know, of course, it's gone through the first reading.
Some others are looking at their families. Or maybe I have a brother who has some idea he wants to bring home, but I have this person who wants to come home and come and help and everything. You can help in various ways. You can help in various sectors. You can come in and, I mean, you don't need to be a public official to come and work. I'll give you a bright example. My uncle, my mother's bigger brother, he became a German, actually. We went to school there. He studied the dental medicine and everything. When he retired, he came back. He went to Kolebu, worked at Kolebu, and gave his expertise without charging anything.
Oh, okay.
That is what he was doing until he died at the age of 90, I think 93. He went back to Germany. But every time he came to Ghana, he was going to college. He said he helped set up the new dental thing there. And his name is Dr. Franklin. You can go and check.
Okay.
He helped set up the dental section in Kolbu. He helped train people in the dental situation and everything without charging.
And he didn't renounce his citizenship because,
no,
of course,
because
the Constitution
he came
didn't
to
require
give,
that.
You know, he wanted to give something back to the country.
So in the same
people
vein,
can do that without becoming Ghanaians.
Okay.
You can go and decide that, listen, because I was born a Ghanaian, because I have that Ghanaian background, I also want to offer something to my country. You can come and do that, and nobody will stop you. Everybody would even help assist you to make sure that that's whatever you want to bring will come back to
But
them.
what if that help I want to give requires me being in a certain position that's been listed under the Constitution that bars me from being a dual citizen?
You don't need to become IGP to give help with the security services. There are people who offer security advice. We get other people who come into the country and tell you that, listen, look at this security apparatus. They come and even give security equipment without becoming Ghanaian citizens or a dual citizenship. So you can give any advice you want to give without being a dual citizenship.
But in the case
or
of being
having
an
a dual
MP, for
citizenship.
example, so you want to effect change. You want to be the one who goes to Parliament to also contribute on behalf of your constituents to effect change in your constituency. And so if that's the case, and the law says that, well, we understand you want to do that, but on condition that you also let go of your other citizenship, which is why they're in Parliament at the moment, also discussing this matter.
But I would have expected parliamentarians to rather be more against this than for.
Why?
Because, you know, our political scene has become a situation of, if you have more money, if you are not careful, you can take the position. If someone brings $100, $200, and he changes it and goes and fights to become a parliamentarian, he cannot easily unseat you. So they should be more protective of the law than for the law. So that's why I'm saying that it's a little bit dicey. If you are not careful, you would fall into a situation where you don't know whether you are going for or against. Because yes, in one situation, you need them to bring some advice and everything. And that's why it's always good. I would not go the consultant way, as always saying, because when they come in as consultants, sometimes the monies they charge, you are even better off giving the person the citizenship to come and work as an ordinary person and get what the ordinary people are getting. Sometimes when you look at the monies for consultants, you ask yourself, wow, I mean, why are people not getting? Look at this football, for example. Look at what our coaches get and look at what foreign coaches get. When they come in with huge, benefits. And sometimes I ask myself, why can't we give even 3/4 or the same as we are giving foreign coaches so that the person will give his maximum best? We can't always have it our way. We need to have a balance somewhere and realize that, listen, what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
All right. Well, Ed Black test, Ken Opera test,
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Samuel Evans says, Solo, you are 50-50 right. In all the countries you are saying, there are some key positions like the ones you're mentioning that are reserved for true citizens. But I don't think positions like MP and the like should be open to every Ghanaian. I'm watching you live from Birmingham. This is Samuel Evans Ota. And Solomon was an advocate for the amendment. I'm glad he's seen the light. Adolph Mate, were you at a point for the amendment of this bill?
I'm not too sure.
You don't remember?
Okay. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But,
all right.
But once you have a
Maybe when you remember what
us
position you were on. But let me
that.
also quickly introduce Bernard Bediako. He is the MP for Akwetia constituency, also a private legal practitioner. Good to have you. Nice smoke.
Which Solo didn't wear his today.
Solo is usually the one who wears his smoke. I hope you're well. I'm fine. Thank you for joining us.
Team and my co-conspirators.
Your co-conspirators?
Yes, I'll be with them, I know.
What are you conspiring about?
Let's leave that.
You want me to say it?
I'll come to Dr. Zato shortly. He's on Zoom, but let me hear from you. Oh, he's on Zoom. He couldn't make it.
He's in the Zoom.
He's in Tumu.
Then you sleep. What is he doing?
What is he doing?
He said come and visit.
Is he doing campaign or something?
He wants to show you the farm, the maize farm.
I suspect he's doing campaign in Tumu. I suspect.
Don't worry.
He's doing what?
Apparently, the internet is also bad, so we'll have to reconnect with him very shortly. But quickly, happy birthday to Jerry Bidi of Timpani. This is from Solomon Owusu to me. I don't know why he wants me to do it. I thought you would give him a nice message, but maybe at the end you do that.
Your voice is sweeter than mine.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday, sir. God bless you. But Bernard, where do you stand on this? You are an MP in Parliament. This has gone through the first reading already. We're waiting for that eventual moment where I'm sure it will be put to all of you to vote, and then we'll know if this is amended or not. Is that the right process? But in this case, yes. Do you side your president who says, in fact, he describes this as the James Jachikwesin law. So he is for the amendment so that people like the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister and, of course, Dorcas Amfotofi, the Jomoro MP, would not go through these challenges that we've seen them go through recently.
Well. I have a personal position on this. I mean, it's. I think it has arisen as a result of our experiences. Of course, this dual citizenship thing, there is already a law. It's not as if there isn't at all. But we sought to amend it to make it, for lack of a better word, to put some force in it, at least to grant these dual citizens much more opportunities, especially what you just spoke about, to become a member of parliament and all that, which hitherto was not allowed as a dual citizen. So it's not as if you are a dual citizen, you do not have a right at all. There are, but it's restricted.
You have to rescind one citizenship.
So at the end of the day, my challenge is this. What are we seeking to cure? What mischief are we seeking to cure with this law? I am not too sure about, surely if the Council of State advised against this, they would do that in writing. I haven't read, I heard the speaker give the summary of what they may have done, but I haven't read what actually the reasoning is. But I feel we must tread cautiously. You see, at the end of the day, much as I understand and I agree, and the current legal dispensation is that you cannot. That is why Jackie Kwesi and others had those issues. People have said that it doesn't matter. Elsewhere, people can be. There are other places you cannot also be.
Yeah.
Looking at our history, I would think that there would have been nothing wrong with it, but we have to be careful. For me, the timing, let us tread cautiously. Let us hold on to what we have, especially as we are seeking to do something with the Constitution now. It would have been best to put all these in the Constitution review, and then when it comes, we will be able to actually have it as a whole. Currently, what we have for me is okay for us.
But your president doesn't think so.
No, you see, the president, and I understand why it is like that. That's why I said there is actually nothing wrong, really. But I think that what we have currently serves us well, as the president also alludes to, that the Constitution we have today has served us very well. You see, there are some countries, for instance, if Ghana currently, if what we are hearing is the case, we seem to have issues with South Africa. You understand the point I'm making? If you make this law, of course, it will be wholesome. It will be absolute. That if someone is a South African and then a Ghanaian as well, assuming this escalates to a point where we even see a diplomatic relation with South Africa, you get where there will be serious, issues here. And we have a Ghanaian who is also a South African. Because you may not have anticipated some of these issues, once he's a South African and a Ghanaian, he qualifies under, and he becomes your member of parliament. Even though you've ceded diplomatic relation with South Africa, what becomes of, how would you even see such a person? And it's possible. We may, and it may escalate to a point where we may see a diplomat. It happens sometimes. So some of these things, you see, that's why I'm saying that, yes, because of what we've gone through, of course, people have read some arguments from people who think that, look, it is about the expertise, what the person brings on board. It's not about where he may have, once some part of, if you want to put it that way, allegiance is to Ghana. You shouldn't care about what the other part is. It is about what he's bringing on board. Fair statement, but I think that we need to be careful. Ghana, and the way we have always viewed our citizenship, for me, it served us right. It is not about, because if you are not careful, you may also bring in things where you may have people in parliament, and I keep speaking about politics, because that's what actually brought about this bill. Can a person be a parliamentarian
and still hold dual citizenship? Especially with James Jackie Kwesi, for example. See, I don't want to personalize it,
but anyway.
Well, in this case, let me bring that up, because he's the one that in recent times has suffered the most as a result of this. Had his seat even declared vacant by the court. There was supposed to be a whole election, and it's just by probably dint of luck, or maybe his hard work, I don't know, or connection with the constituents, that he won that seat.
But you agree with me?
But that could have gone against your party.
No, but you agree with me that the issue of Jackie Kwesi was not whether it was prudent to have dual citizenship or not.
And the good you said the ebre etiefo. Dan kwaku ya bua. Enim ado. Bongo di fara ene kwabna mo abia da chekni. Ebo echidom. Ani the good you said the ebre etiefo na ya shasia na ya de amana nsem ye bo tem. Na fe ya to aso. Manchester United for the betu dwa se be adu no. Abrante de Thierry Chouameni obobo Edema Real Madrid. Sisi ade or France or national team. Nyame ne kra ni ni. Ojina mu no oba. Obi adi tum se the modern boy eso ni papa. And Manchester United for say Oma is ready. 100 million pounds. On person medical tono na fo begine musi akan yede ho nsebe Emma etie for Napoli na anu no mko da Manchester United no mko fa eye McTominay omode de eba nyame ne kra ni mini oba so ne modern boy tumi aso ani papa enu ti Napoli for so se nya de o beja na eja na china enti se on person me sign contract for kra na the contract or the buy free Manchester United de buy no na nka afi bia no oje 4 million pounds Afibiano, the body 4 million euros. This year, the Napoli for the better just a few person 2 million 7 million euros. Never January, copy December. No, I did a bonatasso. And see, Napoli for say, one more 2 de Amano. Egypt, Omo player or share go Mustafa Ziku, and what is Zambia to was say. What else you say work up? No,
the FIFA person ya ne say opesa Argentina for eno omoji to ma directing towards Argentina e to opesa Argentina for na EGHS what is ansem ya tudwa ye de won sebe de metie for na Atletico Madrid for so na betudwa se Mo Salah wo be free Liverpool no den echi ababe for no Atletico Madrid for some person beto no na okobo ede emomo sanso na Serie A giant Juventus so 40 abetudwa se John Stones de kwa kianeke obene sabe che krata se na okobo de amomo na fe na anu na Chelsea ko fa Strasbourg coach ani den Liam Rosine no obene de buy ni so your small boy oba beto to nyoma de ama Chelsea bobuku no sa oba no oba beku Chelsea into oba nyoma nkoyi na Chelsea for boy na na situ se si ade bobuku ani din de Paris FC omo France ho no obe de sa she krata se eche so maje pene a se si one kwa kokochi omo a ye de won se be de ema etiefo na fe Arsenal fo nso na ba betu dwa se wan bisaka obo West Ham se so mo relegation ti wo girem abo de ama DR Congo reporter ba na che say Ateta ese opese obi fap in the defense no it wan bisaka one option opese ode no ebeka ho former Real Madrid for captain Dani Cavaya se so Real Madrid for aton kwanta pe che se nya de oto aso abo e de amomo latest reporter ba na che say Deportivo La Coruña almost to me qualified about Premiership and simple Spanish La Liga no omo episode de Sasha Kratas no at the moment of Usama San and one work say was say we are say who say SCB et said ye enra yesisi woman no na asema work and say FIFA for share da papa this one also FIFA credit credibility just say hard dwene papa to feel say no ma we there enya de betumi akoyie no feel say Messi e no person omo je work up na sign e de ma no
and on Egypt for dia to just and officially or the official complaint FIFA our France referee Francois Letezi omogidi say and game on Argentina no referee modimbo answer into and Egypt minus the official complaint FIFA and on ensema betodwa na enro Leo Messi go na before ni go no na was say penalty de ama Argentina na no na betodwa say FIFA World Cup a single tournament World Cup now one player two penalties no Messi na first player YB out this year World Cup no say about World Cup and you shoot out na bia World Cup no koso ana player nya penalty no abo no ase no the same penalty the same player sabo penalty no asase no Messi ena enra YS abakwasem na nya abakwasem papa no ne nsem aba betodwa na nei okopia US of A FBI for so my frase investigation Argentina Football Federation President Claudio Fabian Tapia almost hwehwenum ni nsem omugidi say money laundering across US war into neokopia US of A FBI for no frase investigation ye de honsem to etiefo nim Brazil man na ka say dem penifo hwe Brazil football so dia to dwa so mosre supporters so teams abambu aba bi so buafu no munya abotre mfa mo coach friend say Carlo Ancelotti omo wogidie so penni betima 10 normal round edi ama Brazil no mo hwe nim so betima prepare team no for 2030 FIFA World Cup e betimi akoso ye de honsem to yetiefo nim ye ka World Cup no nsem no enra matches etodwa no Yadia enra homache US of A etna ma Belgium ebomo ekanan omutimu bako na enra enumere nso be 4 PM no Argentina 3 Egypt 2 na sa match na den sembebre asanso aba World Cup na se de honsem to yetiefo nim wo mu wi enumere no Switzerland ni Colombia Ghana for na fofo de hye so na after 120 minutes obi antimi amfa ball Antonio Nyonko atenemo na ekopie mu our penalties na no na Switzerland 4 Colombia Jamaica say Switzerland are qualify the quarter finals. Now they say the quarter final parents no I said. Nyame ya aduma watchina ayade to me say 8 PM no France airport Morocco. Womu wie 10 July Spain airport Belgium 11 July Norway ni England airport na 12 July no so Argentina abo Switzerland we ni quarter final matches airbus yede honsem to etiefo now share there 8 countries as you say akomo World Cup na sia Europe ekra 6 South America ekra 1 and Africa ekra 1 and only the ababetodwa na World Cup no honsem no after say enra Argentina from 2 goals down on beshe Egypt 3 goals to 2 America so ma qualify edeko manimono former striker the mass Sweden Zlatan Ibrahimovic wono akasa was Messi ni die ohun se so bi da was player Benny and the World Cup wajibi dia trophy bi of football bi Leo Messi age then so hwe ni bra branch no kɔ so de bɔbɔ ma ne ma okunu ho a ɛkyerɛ sɛ Leo Messi no ɔyɛ footballer na Zlatan ɛde abasobɔdeɛ ɛkɔ ɛde ma Leo Messi yɛntie nsɛm a Zlatan Ibrahimovic wɔde ɛto dwa.
He became an animal and nobody could catch him. He just went on, and this is the one I saw, we're used to see, and we're still seeing. So you can see also how emotional he is, how much it means for him. Remember, he already won this World Cup. He already won a lot of trophies, a lot of Ballon d'Or, FIFA Player of the Year, everything. I can sit here and just give his CV, and it looks perfect, but he still wants it. He still wants it, and that's impressive. Look at them.
Peace FM. We and Sama Zlatan Ibrahimovic, one Edia Tuja, Wakasa, we are penna former dear France striker Thierry Henry, one also Casa say, only Messi Nasi a kind pair of Barcelona. Now, Messi no, the beast be on the Musa beast no, Omani Bufune ba jaj. Was it training class here? Messi, now say officials no, yeah. Na Messi both goals or best your training grounds no. Na 2 goals I give for the can share no. And no provoking Messi a osi form a diagro. And yen one so we no na waje man of the match. Was it Leo Messi no? And no more we know soon. And no say Messi on your robot or your nipa. Na bo abrante ne bondie. One cry Henry or Jenna one tears here. The yentia and Sama Thierry Henry. One also a candidate Leo Messi home.
Look at him crying and now it means how much it means for him and his team. But first and foremost, he reminded us that he's human, because he missed some penalties and 4 out of 8. And then he reminds us again that he's not human. I played with him, as you just mentioned. And what happened with Leo is that sometimes you do not wake up the beast. That's what happened. And I've seen it in training closely. You know, when you're in training sometime and, you know, guys, when one of the coaches don't want to call a foul or the ball was out and then you score, and then Leo wanted that ball to be out and a foul. And then he goes, ball went out. And the coach was like, stop complaining because it can happen in the game. Next thing you know, you look at his eyes and he switches. And he goes and get that ball. I was there, I witnessed it. And he scores 3 goals in a row by scoring straight away, rubbing the ball off you, scoring again, rubbing the ball off you, scoring again. And he turns and said, next time call a foul. And we all went, yeah, next time call a foul. Because he's just unstoppable. When he goes into that mood, it's very difficult to stop him. And you know what, Zlatan, Alexei, I've been in that situation. This guy, and he didn't always work, let's all be honest. But when his team needs him, he raises his game. This is a guy that played 120 minutes the other day.
When there's some Thierry Henry, one of the 2 just a mess here. Only I am stopping. One will be about 120 minutes again. Cape Verde still. Asansu Janaso, 39 years. Or Bobo so be 21 years. And only some Thierry dia tuga. Now after the game, no Egypt supporters say, Oma will say FIFA Sikano Mope. Sika no enti no ma rob Egypt for you my film no. Na Sika no Mope dia more dollars bebre FIFA for meje. Na mo ma Egypt for qualify mo fama Argentina for yenti ensem ni bia. Egyptian supporters no edit to after the game.
This for Messi, take. This for Messi. Stepped over the player's foot like this. But the FIFA fair play wanted Messi to continue the World Cup.
They told me, where's Messi? They told me. Oh, there's Messi. Oh, there's Messi.
That was super unfair. We're not happy. We're not happy with the referees. It's supposed to be like fair game to all players. Like, come on, they didn't even get a single yellow card. How come? They broke most of the players. It's not fair, guys.
I almost had it, man.
Peace FM. Winning and some Egypt supporters ni be after the game. One more idea to dread on seminal to manim and ne anopay yamfa yani and chefy ye belfield swa. So say idea sports no. I idea to the technology no a name. Na ene idea FIFA. NBA Obia use advanced tactical intelligence system artists. Na no na beto just advantage was spin on develop the Nyamiadum Ghana ni this year Emmanuel Ufusu. Wono e jima kwetini pa wodeba Africa. You know Eddie Komo Busana say
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Software clubs, any athletes, footballers. Now, obviously, a developer talent they be Africa. Bibre will be bibia. Nanso no the pathway, development pathway, talent ne betimi edum pempen so be play bigger role in the elite football no. Ebi say ni ho emma yibibi manimu. Nti the platform we aba say ebeboa coaches ne sports managers any team owners no. Na omwetimi ogumu players no in a much scientific way ebeboa ma omaye develop for the global market.
Peace FM. And what you say, Mano for Susan, that bank ran Eba Africa and Africa Ghana.
Now, platform no is developed by a company via a friend of Vantis Intelligence SL, omo busy war Madrid, Spain. Now in Ghana no omoni Papa J motivational tournament trying to waka PJ mode. And I nyankufa the platform we eba Ghana, not just Ghana, but also Africa. July we know team na war Vantis Intelligence no eba Ghana na omo be launch product no artists no ama various clubs. Now from Hono there will be a trip to Togo, there will be a trip to South Africa and other African countries a war plan also. So July, last week of July, throughout last week of July now Ekwaka October no there'll be various activities.
Peace FM. And what you san subu so right you man for say house of focus Sante Kodakoni Miami team afa Ahinkan Football Academy episode mu enya bia kwan be number fa so a on betime nya sa RTCB.
Say open more information or your club or your sports director say or your amateur or your grassroots obo division say obo premier now open say utimi enya opportunity way a use platform no be free of charge na afin so no unya akwenyama u players be scouted na omunya opportunity into the global market obetimi akọ pjmot.com oko pjmot.com oko event who say the various events na ebeko so wo Ghana no date and time and the various form obetimi complete.
Peace FM.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Peace Power Sports.
Food that was captured, that has gone viral, that everybody's talking about, and even some are coming up with incredible theories and all manner of things. Thankfully, so far, not one single expert, that is whether horticulturalist or agriculturalist or anybody, pitch expert, has come out to say actually what they were doing on that pitch was wrong. What they're saying is that we need to get better modern tools, and I totally agree. But the reality is what we've seen, albeit somebody mischievously captured and put it on social media, obviously intending to cause harm and, anger or rage or whatever you want to call it. Maybe that has worked to an extent, but what it has also done is to open up that debate again.
Yao Ampofuanke, Director General National Sports Authority.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
What's trending? The headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the Bet Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
The interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Around 45 minutes past 9 o'clock and pay. from Peace 104.3 on Power Sports and the integration and also the discussion on the dual citizenship. I want some Council of States and so at the Akoma Parliament and the Speaker of Parliament said the issue on dual citizenship, they should tread cautiously for somebody to switch and say on also Pesobe Ghana Jumatitu no. The in some by na Kodam court Jachikwe in case ne the Hunano. Council of State has said a strong warning to the Parliament to make sure so to me I heard side in Nomunjin to Precope because Nancy Bianam 1% MPR. I have to renounce my status. Still in bone of contention, there was a clarity that came from the court to say Jachikwe in that song. Na eno na Council of State this answer na to jano pay minia nana ya prep com and so line so or your journalist asanso ye editor for Hot Digital Online website ano pay yenin ndin komo na enhwe interior minister medical catch so the nsem jaba betudwa efa titu nrubone hu nsem aikopiem Australia nana ya prep online so yenin bedin komo na yahwe the recruitment about nipa Bibrina wenya HIV and also interior minister di anunso ababetudwa na ohwe sansam na eye asema ha dwinye papa ohwe na nsen mebu no drug trade no bone ena bibrina ye omfanro bebre nti obo wa na oyare bi won ho tetu bi na HIV na won ho bi won na yare bi tesen bebre na no interior minister ye Muntaka Mubarak ede betudwa se nipa ne bebre na recruit omo no bebre wo HIV nti eno ho nsem enso da ho anope yanko na mini nana ya prekundi nkomo nana anope ma achi
Major so Valentine
na ho yere
nyame adom brapa ni pa chonso e
bibia boko bibia ya fine nana bibia fine yatu ngede na jese wo krom
me pa chon
all right yebedi ka hwe ndrobone ho nsem a Muntaka Mubarak a oye interior minister de betudwa nansen obeka ya bayo a no oye Eastender eche no Australia no sansem no minim se omochi abayo no na ebinum ebisa questions bebre se na ba na sen no de ndrobone fa ye porter ye hu na kopiem Australia ne ache no na and then Muntaka Mubarak de say government officials be ehu bomu into investigation koso and recruitment so mo ye for security no and also so ya say nipa ni bebre na wo HIV and also e ba na say yenti in about 5 minutes yanko.
Okay, Valentine me da say enche tiefo na no pay no kre said e wo dia tudwa no it was our committee we parliament parliament government assurances committee enti enra honorable Muntaka no ene amanweso afo interior minister no appear before the committee say obeyi ensembia no efa security issues
okay
enti sa issue ya wo kan ho asemi eba ebetodwa it was one of the topical issues and I was say answer questions ewo ho and in sama odi tudwa ne bi ene say enokre it was on the 19th of June afi yemu last month here and Australian authorities no omo intercept star shipment na ekuta enubone sa edure methamphetamine edura highly powerful highly addictive edura stimulate your central nervous system no enti edura no edi enti ebra ebeto odwa say Australian authorities no answer aka sa shipment no from Ghana no ema Ghanaian authorities so sorry yes esi den na enura etise no etime efa Ghana ya hye so ekopiem ewo Australia eno na yura Muntaka HSA wo mu hwehwemu a wo mu aye no HSA government officials be ehu ebomu as a matter of fact want me amfa edibia antudwa but in churchemu a o kire ni bi ene say there are some security officers omo ho ebon sa asem we say mu esan say omo na enam ekwan ba ku mienu ana miensa bi so ede enema egu enhyehye pono so a enam so etumi ema sa ababawa na sa maame no otumi travel sa enubone edi free Ghana ya hye so edi kokopie mu ewo Australia enti wo kire se enhwehwemu egu so a womo ekoso as of enra no krampo na wo kasa no na wo say womo afrefre government officials bi womo gu so a etoto womo ano say de be ya womo ebetimi get to the root cause a enam so a ema sa enubone ekopie mu ewo Australia man.
Okay na recruitment no so mebu no bebre na omo apply a omo ko hwehwe omo ko ye checks ni ade no bia be da dwa se ebinum wo HIV na no ban saying enti o.
Yes, no cre afi na aban no se omo ye nhyehyɛ na omo afa emabunu de omo akoy awura in security services no mainly the Ghana Police Service and Immigration Fire Service. Now if you omo afa ebi nso so de omo akɔhyɛ Narcotics Control Commission.
Okay.
Minua omo aye dwumadie no ama afede akoduru empempenso a ebia nke ebe meli nkrofo na ya kyerɛ mo sɛ ebia date say mo kwa training ana sɛ bibi but nhwehwɛmu a authorities no de aba abonte no kyerɛ sɛ ekɔwi ase no emabunu no emu dodo no best over 1300 applicants omo aba amaya screening womo no womo are infected with HIV virus and inti akwaya asema na etwetwe aso papa wo se na edi akiri esan se no se wo hwe se de HIV AIDS no menua tretre na hyemu wo Ghana hanom na ano edi en hwehwemu ekire se Ghana hanom no enkrofo a wo HIV AIDS ne bi no 334,000 people who live with HIV AIDS across the nation.
And also,
when they have been tested on record, but almost tested we don't even know.
Yeah.
And on the average, about 15,290 infections annually. Afibiano.
Never.
And not just a yarena esrana
Echo.
Enti mpanimfo so extra say the way infections no ekwoso and as ambabunu we a o contracting HIV virus no ye fa o security services adwuma no mu a enyeyi.
Okay.
Eno enam so ama ekuo bi nso a ye fra o Garnet no ye Ghana HIV and AIDS network. Wo mo extra say e wo enkrofo nko a wo security services no mu dada they are on antiretroviral drugs enti no Emma omu enjai sa emabunu we ma omu nkone nam ekurum keke ensan kɔkyekyɛ yare no omu fa omu emfa san hyehyɛde nu na sɛ omu be fa omu ahyɛ adwuma nu mu a omu fa omu sɛ anya sa so nkɔ a yɛn cancel omu ne yɛn fa omu ento antiretroviral drugs no so sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a omu so be fa nduro na omu ne nam ekuro nu mu keke na omu san so nkɔ spread yare no ɛnti me na obi sami a ɛyɛ no korɛ this huge number over 1,300 people are young adults omo ekope Ghana police omo ekope fire muase omo ekope immigration abeto ja say these huge numbers omo are infected with HIV virus.
Hey, ana we dey modern
and anwadi minua anwadi
na constant checks man for no bebre na nko check up no I think say no the problem because obi o kono hu ntema just as recruitment and you do na call test na obi hu says ani pay o infected enti men say ahwe yi ni ma te say nro no so a shorto sa na mate
and okrabinua on say the rate at which infections no koso no ntino ama sisia no and on say this is something that enkrofo infected with that they go to the various facilities secretly to collect the anti-drugs
okay
and the way I yare no koso no I must say numbers no abedoso
okay
ama numbers no abedoso nti enye me nwanwa says there has been a shortage and as I say numbers are asanso ababe ka ho nti me na enya asem ketwa Ghana has is answering we asama and Crawford do ana kasa efa ho extra ban since say mo ampe ekwan papa bi so amfa sa numbers we amfa so na mu jai omo mo san be good society no ma yenim other people are almost be fast and Crawford so abe infected. Okay. You understand? And it's sanity. My main first story we encounter Valentine. Enra uko Ekurobi ewo Diaspora district ewo Sefi. Aha. Abeto dwa se police for etututu obi akọ na menua the enam so ma incident na by esi ewo Sefi Sayira no. Sayira no ewo yes Sayira no ewo Diaspora district ewo Western North. Okay. Yes say sa enubone ho sensem ye o yes say obi edi enubone hu edwa wo ho na police for no ekọ se omo ekọ akọchi onipa akono yes omo nsa kan nipa no omo nsa kan nipa no na ekrom ho for no ye omo adwen se omo ebe resist arrest no omo ma police for emphasize nipa no nye dey enko na nam so ma tututuo ekọ so a enipa nsia na omo ho kan ya emu mienu de atoye mu ho ano omo efri atiasefo asase so we nam so ama after the incident no ekrom ho for no akọ police post bi a ewo krom ho no I say police post there na ekwan no so maybe before you get into the town no police post bi a ewo ho no ekrom ho for no afa akire akọ shi police post no and say I no can say security issues are tight in the ewo Sefi Diaspora district ekura ya for Sefi Sayira no. Oh, okay. Na eno so e ho nsema if you were eba no enra enipa mienu na police for shoot wo dead. Yes. Okay. Yo. Nana ya da si nyame hwa papa ochina nyame aduma ebenya inside stories ni bi na ya to admit so nyame hwa papa why Martin Valentine me da si. And the nua Nana ya preko journalist and also the editor for Hot Digital your website no ono na woten nka no or the update number yenti na yenko enim enche na poso ye din nsem ni na abretiefo anope nsem no ewo ho papa nsem no doso
Baby, do me one favor. Baby, listen to what I say. Baby, give me your flavor. Baby, listen to what I say. Cause nobody can make us feel this way.
The news, the interviews, and what have you. All packed and ready to go. On your favorite radio station. Hot Digital Online.
Baby, consider me to be kidding. Take me as your picking. No put me on and coming down. Come tell me who your story. Yeah. Cause love they say it goes and come. This is why make a feel well. Love the way you won't make I love you. Yeah. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. No say no one be perfect, oh. For sake of you I try my best, oh. Angry man is an angry man. Search for trust,
the interviews, and what have you. All packed and ready to go. On your favorite radio station. Hot Digital Online.
Love the city, passing honey. Make us see, say, oh. You love the sweet, passing honey. Make you set confusion. To show the world we are different. We are lovers, but still friends. Make one I love cause confusion. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand.
I'm talking about the man in the metropolitan, the man of the moment. His name is Charles Kala. Doing this, so I say we can make it together as one. In the meantime, in between time, the Interior Minister Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak has revealed that more than 1,300 applicants seeking to join the Ghana security agencies have tested positive for HIV, and that is terrible news yesterday. And at the same time, in Sunday we now also. In the meantime, in between time, let me quickly acknowledge my proud sponsors and pay AJN and Co Limited and pay so Eboichidom and also Bano for bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers, gift aid claim, company registration, all kinds of mortgages and remortgages. One-stop shop to arrange for your general insurance or life cover. Medical Insurance and Protection, P45, NOP 60, Nina AJN and Co. Limited. This morning, holding the fort and also giving us more. From 016344 70495 and 078830 777 742 and your AJN and Co. Limited. In the meantime, Unity Link Financial Services Limited happen to be our proud sponsor. Now they have added a lot of artificial intelligence bebre into and pay Unity Link Financial Services Limited yankai so mudi shishe bebre ba into this year they all send this sikana sort them. There's no issues at all. When you have problems, you just get in touch with them and they resolve the issues within a twinkle of an eye. And know your Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And pay so Pinnacle Amofaba Education, the PAE training, and the CAMIC Associate, bringing you some transformational systems, especially artificial intelligence. And no bands for Hilton Hotel, London, Croydon, 101 Wading Way, CR9 4HH, London, Croydon, United Kingdom, on the 10th to 14th of August. Now, program no to acquire knowledge and also make sure say ubenya intellectual property on artificial intelligence. Those of our friends and loved ones and students, bankers, digital marketing executive students, SME, public service professionals, the media, oil and gas and businessmen will be trooping in into every issue and more importantly have settled on payment accommodation, breakfast and workshop material. And later on they will do a tour in the metropolitan into Pinnacle Amofaba Education say September in social enrollment baso nti upeso bo degree upeso ye healthcare course be diploma course be bia upeso ye biano no few will be added up and also build your confidence. Indeed, don't hesitate at all to call Pinnacle Amofaba Education plus 44794 71528 plus 44794 7152878 and we are Pinnacle Amofaba Education. Your education is your pinnacle. And pay so fatherly to phone so bano Express Ghana visa and passport. Nina fatherly visa travel and tours worldwide. And pay in your Francis Finsbury Park, London, November 4, 3 Echo Green. If you are not say renew passport and now pay passport for pay airline ticket which you are in Kakanka crap and no for 0207 6193843 and 079 3965 6111 57 Stratton Road, Finsbury Park. And pay so hot digital online on DAB radio. Newly attained DAB, long awaited, and it will be the interest for everyone to give a little support and by force. The little that you can contribute to make sure we sustain the worthy cause of the DAB and also and back to your doorstep. Into Bank near Santa there. And name no Dinu Hot Digital Online Limited. Account number is 763 64379 763 64379. Short code is 090128 090128 for 079314 06630 and 079318 791 741 079318 741. And know your Hot Digital Online for further inquiries. Rhapsody Apartment say Uko Ghana now pay Airbnb baby allogy bed 2 weeks be and now 1 week and I say 3 days be $50 a night. It depends on the time you want to spend. Almost free Wi-Fi and DSTV into more discounted packages that come at a reduced rate and does not include electricity because it no get like it be cable metal wire where it they carry so. And for all the spaces, Nidano, Benya, beautiful place to live. We do Ghana so airport pickup, or North Legon, Soa Peaceful Lane, Ablo AJ, numbers here plus 233 5538 30229 and plus 44 744 5311 265. And no a Rhapsody Apartment, which Marco email of Rhapsody properties at yahoo.com. Minka also said Step Ahead Foods and so Ghanaian Unity too and doing Jumanti Ghanaian Unity Bebrenano and on good packages into combos of the leading shops in our community. Abenya Step Ahead Foods in Nuanibi more soft golden tropical bread, big, fresh, rich, and irresistible smooth, authentic banku, perfectly prepared for true home style experience. Enti bedokun wakwa kotobi omo fanti dokun kran dokun bi bia no omo edin a step ahead food, that is the brand name. Enti bombodia say obetumi from 074 976 56309 and also email admin@stepaheadfoods.uk. Live and concert and so baso enua kojo entry and a baone Fred Mayway. Into way is going to be a fantabulous show all the way. The Dominion Center 9 Broadway, High Road, Wood Green, N226 Delta Summer. MCs here, Da Force and Kweku Ofrimpong and TQ will play you more music. For every information, Fred 077 288 76027 077 288 76027. Until live in concert, Kojointry alongside Fred Mayway, Zoblazo Fame, E&J Handyman, about carpentry work, door fixing and hanging fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And know your E&J Handyman on 074324 02117 074324 02117. In the meantime, one large and small room be our Beckton. Na ubitumi afre plus 44795 639 0380 available for single occupants. And the one large and small room available at Beckton for plus 44795 639 038. Yenua Bema principal dodo na freno your friend principal na the diankasa Alfred Edu Amankwa ne papa Mr. Steven Anane Amankwa aka Udikro na ne yenu bebaso United Reformed Church, Grange Park Road, Leighton, London E10 5EP. Leighton Station. Now to say the closest area near Leighton Station, Central Line, Midland Station, Suffragette Line, overground to from Barking to Gospel Oak. Bus said now also bus 58, 158, 69, and 97. Tell me share black and red. For Yunya Bema principal and Alfred was 079 132 32778. My Hilda was 079 432 3432 32189. And Anana Kwame was 079 494 93990. Tienshan save the date. Pay enya 73 years. Inti yanko nenko boa enya principal come September 5th. Yanko eni mianto administration pay. Anyhow, Pamela was showing live on the page. J Manson and Diamond Sound was showing live. Georgina Mensa, Kwabna Sante, the miracle working God. We abide, the miracle working God. Under your wings, we abide. The miracle. Sammy Hereford and Opay Michecha over TikTok. Friends and loved ones watching us live on TikTok and Opay. More grace your elbow this morning. And Chebeko line said in command Opay at 11 near my Musan Opay. Under your wings, Young corner, sharp. Boy, 11 now, Yama Musano pay. Now, Yakwini, miracle working God. You know about gifty Godson and a tenant cannon. Now, I'm saying to you.
But Michelle Ghana for me come for a come out of Bembra for Michamu Central Region Michamo. But let me be my wife said, you were friends say, Interior Minister, or Cassa and Cofonia 1,300 HB. Or your right is all I can. My wife is the one, sir. I said, wife for a lesson. Or so one, sir, on board in Nipanidini.
Yeah, and over to me.
And the Obetumaka, so Boni Panidia, not Watomra.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
Boni Panidia and the Obetumaka. Now, everyone. 1,300 HIV, Omuni Manazo Munim Nomenamo. More Moko Ghana, Mujamo, no Naman for the dog from more money. Monkoye HIV test. Na Muhumuko Ghana, Mojamu Kun, Kofuka the dog of Fluffon. But as I said, in 10 minutes, I did better just say, Marseille and Memma say. Now, Mamma who almost stand. But by you being in social media, I'm not a casse or no Kogalam say site. And no Kuya HIV, in front the Obabe Chiche.
Honestly, no public nuisance. Inti, I'm to match.
Obiama HIV, I also Babe Chiche, or just a one now watch it.
I know they'll come to match.
And so to be channel. I'm on an hour, no be to me kind of pen or fun wedding.
A crime.
Well, but I acquire them of FIFA. We're good when they must say.
Are they?
Robo Egypt for.
Yeah,
and then I go away, you bet me deny say, and you go. Oh, good when they must say, to me, my American red card, not Trump, for FIFA say, Sasano. No, was Sasano. Nandia, you answer my red card. I usually bet to my friends, what's Sasana. I see about the football, I have politics. Sika name is already painting, they don't care. If I'm Sika and okay, I come to Namana, Ghana, FA funds, there's so Boba, just a work to 70% among because if I name or your crop for or the Bokrono. Yakwa President John Dramani Mama, a member or Sabi a few or Cotran, one BBI or nearly that will be to me, I govern Ghana. We are friendly sombre debate. His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia friend several times coming to debate and determine the leadership. Ukra, oye, ne war leader, ode ba, abre omino. Because a Juma class a walk up, yet to two no company no to two no bisa say, a dear new now ode break company no, and no company ni jina so and sound on mine pro. Papa, a friend debate is or dodgy a wama. I know by ya near my way or to top our passo. But about me and from I shall or send the shoe punishment, you want to put the punishment or court grounds. Echo penny, I have pain or sympathize with the Nipana BBI of you who's a present mamma ebida. On nam rim and a washer. Now, where any power of Jenny Nipa near a some tour or bound chan or Beccasa. Oh no, you leader, I say, your man and Shannon. Who leader Asamaba? Fine, Sanka, what the praying crack or the damage? Who did as a South Sea Foco, the phone, not for any apostle. Why? Wait, clearly there. His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia say, the Ghana Mano. And the BBI a Bassa woman. Electricity board will be Ghana and the Kenya boy at Bensi will be UK Abontana. So, come. Nipano Besidan or Obetiaka. Obeti Ghana and the Kenya boy at Bensi, or better no Betiaka. Accra Kumasi, Pine at the hop. And Kumko 24/7. Now we leader also buy so best of problem. And then I would me abandons a quack new. Abra would name 100% to say 2.5 years I can ultimate finish M21 crown. Oh yeah, Juma was you make it to me take 5 years. And some of my yes, how can you say over cattle and so new expressway we bet to maybe within 2.5 years. Dear President Mama and this if we say yes, should be before France and the team trouble. Na yedi enu kwa no minimum onye leader ye be sere Ghana for Kwame pe kam sabatu nsusu to say wo to aba ma leader enye leader obeba
ko yentwi yentie o na ozuko na yenko enim
Van
yeah ya de ho ye pa wo so e
Nyame adom. Mechia etiefo nyana mechia fence MPP supporters.
Okay. Yeah.
HIV issue. Man, is it true?
I don't know. Someone. I don't know. Unjindi. No correct. Yeah, and there. Almost test. Okay, test.
I have that of it. What when say COVID a buy no? Among what yenya COVID ewo Ghana. What was that abana America? Ye nim kofo na omunyaye. Aso omu sa omu yare. That's the problem I have.
So you don't want them to say it, Anna?
No, because no COVID by now omu chichim painful PTT. So they didn't report it. Say, oh, young Kofosi no more, your MPP government was so in Kofosi na young woman, woman COVID. They didn't report it. But almost some Kofo Yari. Oh, COVID.
But I'm going to report to you. I'm going to report to you the number of people who protracted COVID. Ni pay free. They reported.
No, after your witness, no more reporting here. When media, I have doubts. Say, see, I'm not me check it. See, I will social media. Yes, that and NDC4 are pumping 2.something billions into the support your fairness way. It is a see a van. See, car or man, it's not there.
Okay.
A van. The one azam so omo ye. So the dollars in sell guma. No more say. Because businessmen go to the bank to look for dollars, they don't get it. The same people will come and say they want publishers as I said, $2.something billion. But $2.something billion yes,
okay.
That well, at least before can be advanced to me personally, me new money. Because no president in Abeji now, that way can also you didn't talk a clan, and that's where he's going. Your friend say your cocoa pharmacy. That is how we deal with. It is how they almost come. They have against her saying, "Coffee no more for more." Your friend say, "So Jamu and I say police will be on music. They are bringing this thing out so that they won't. Oh, some coffee woman and TNT me for a woman."
Okay, that's it. And that's it.
You that. Bye.
Come back, community.
So do me that senior Konya. Main edikan for you know, and you about via Mantanenka. Yeah, major so hoye. Men share communicators and send the Dawson almost about 2 weeks ago, and I make a show said the canal there. I started singing, mentioning names, people in the Jubilee House. Their involvement in this drug scandal in Australia. Chief Obekaya, Mekanwasem, and Mijaye. Rana, a chain Australia, and I shall see a Bubudin. And the Interior Minister is not comfortable. The message now, Oyanedaya, Untimin Concili. That is a typical NDC for you. Say, information, they know how to bury it. But a Rana Shasia, a dear Obobono Valentine, education song. The people from the Jubilee House facilitated the whole thing. The VVIP or the fire or Koye, just like Naile Ametifediano. The same way. If you didn't know Obobono, now say Anchino or the shows of Ghana. The baby are Obobodino say, one year and 10 no one from the Tujasen or the other Tujana say, a Baimunko for Kahua. They say on one end in the grasses. Now, the Etiapan say, you can't your names. Mekai and a bear 2 weeks ago, and the catcher said, very soon, a paper out. And then I shall see, all names, you know. But why not against on Peso people? But they ran on, no, and not. This is the earlier the Interior Minister will come out and start mentioning the names. Ah, Motihua, Moshe, boy, Rano, Mao didn't Bonnie to say. You were until before Shah says, or can't watch them. Most said that could be fear. If you say Ghana, I'm more journalists and moving to very information via and cover via the Senate and I miss a can. But don't use or doubt to say what is happening, say a HIV case now, the other two done. Because you can't trust this government. The BN who are waiting at trust them. I'm an information bia so mutime e de chef from obia ntibi na ye they will do it. Na kenti sa blasta akwa bobo coach ya ye de ne koe sika oje abetome ne and now call a friend say Google na call to care sika oje bibia information it is crystal clear for everybody. Adene buy enquire so na ye bram so, and that is typical of your mama. Na mamu no sa ye bram so adie bia which doesn't speak well of him bia no. He managed to actually bury the information, conceal it from the eyes of people. Now, we are the BP information. I want the share said they are. Now, me this and then me say, I said no. Yeah, what more plan say? I saw for teacher mo amu kroma. And no, Valentine every year in the program. You tell you some of you you ba mo sorry, and then mo ba be all night in the home corner. But there's something mixing. And you know, is it all? They say, "Moba issue, mobe preachy." Say, "Oh, we want to increase our congregation, the numbers, and on that, yeah." And now say, as a stewards of God, no, who wants to say, "We say, doctrines, I'm more than nipano." I know Timoba, no more beji hot, so more beji airways, no more preachy, more tray, and say, "I'm sorry." Is that all? Say, "You better no numbers, no more sika, say, you better correction." And now said the doctrines is impacting the people. Ama omone ye social corruption Ghana. Now we to make the born who's for him and say, "Oh, me starting ministry will come 30 years." But what is the impact? Nipana Jaya or the core politics about almost 80% Christians. But look at the crop of Christians that you produce. Have you turned your ears and your eyes? Say, DNA ye produce. Bishop, I don't want to mention names, but nobody be moka. Oh, my 30 years. We were branches here and there. But what impact are you making on the ground? More corrupt. If you are not so much, what money and now say it's all about numbers. Oh, me na me congregation. Is that all that we're looking for? It is time you turn your attention to the fact that people are not well indoctrinated. And if you are sorry, we need to change our style. We need to, transform, ourselves. Paul said, we shouldn't conform to the patterns of this world, but we should be transformed by the renewing of our minds. It's a renew for minds.
Okay.
I come with you, man. Madam Asunia.
Hey, Kwame, no. Kofi Francis, into you.
Good morning.
Morning.
That guy is a crook. Or a crook. Game over. But you know the funny thing? We need by election or parliamentary. That's a money game. The parliament or election, and what do you call it? Labor. The guys, they are attacking media. One is using media channel, Nigel Farage. You know, you can fool the people all the time, but sometimes they will realize that they are not stupid. Nigel Farage is there for himself, just like the president of Ghana. He's there for himself. He talks a lot, but he delivers nothing. Muhammad will come and sit down, talk to you like he's an ordinary person like you and me. But he's not. I remember him, Van, Uyefi, phase 2, guy, no, vice president.
Yeah, I mean, tell me
the phase 2, this guy is not what people think he is. Look, God, you never hear any good thing. But me want number 4 moon. Me want number 2 or more HIV. Now, the book center na ema a drone. Wouldn't say essence for girls in Nairobi? A terrible organo. HIV is a real gun. You pandemic was Ghana. You were big pandemic because these girls want money, or material things like mobile phone. They don't even think about their life.
Yeah, that's
right. You know, mobile phone no more than what someone will give you today. And a lot of war, no da, rough, dear. But really, it's very sad. They are close to Ghana because my family member with HIV. I know about it.
Okay.
It's terrible. Now, yes, it's soldiers at the end of the interior minister is not lying. Ghana. Protect here. Ghanaians don't protect themselves.
Okay.
When you don't protect yourself, HIV is real. Just imagine HIV. Over 40 years ago, HIV. You remember Magic Johnson? It's real. But look, things in Ghana is not good. We've let foreigners taking over our country. Nigerians. How much taxes are Nigerians paying to Ghanaians? Ghana law stipulates there are certain businesses are foreign entity.
Yeah.
But who is there to enforce the law? When Obama came to Ghana, I would say, Ghana, we don't have problem. We have institutional problem. And that is institutional problem. I can't Ghana. He's not there to work for me and you. He's there for his pocket. Now, we can never. But let me tell you, NDC power is almost 2 years. Ashanti region, you light one day down. You do bear 4 times a day. What is happening? Why is it only Ashanti region? I'm not being tribal or whatever, but look.
But we have not heard Ashanti region people complain. We have not heard them complaining about it.
They complain. Maybe what I'm
telling you are saying they don't get light. And I'm saying, once you don't get light, no, Francis, listen to me. So why are they sitting down for? Because when you are not getting light now, you are being paid for. You are paying for your service. Into your you should hold a press conference and speak.
Ghanaians have become so timid. Light off. Okay. You do 4 times, 3 times a day. Offensive, you do light. Light, no. Enginaso. Buy light in Yinaso. Be because me buano. My reporter, uncle.
Okay. The citizens of Ashanti region know what is right for them. When lights are not being produced to you, now they be at the fluctuation of light, you need to do something about it.
But Van, look at what is going on in the whole country. Are people complaining? Look at what's going on in Accra. Our country has been flooded. Mosquito. And then pandemic are being correlated. Are they talking? They are not talking. I don't know what's happening with Ghanaians.
That's Francis and Sudia, no. 0790-844-3338. Now, Mama, I ain't you.
Yo, me that's it. Since some concron, that's it. Was it? Okay. The end. Nanebi. Abakade. Ghana will be like Dubai.
I mean, only you doing kind.
Yeah. Nanebi.
Onyana no. Or you dear him kind.
What are you dear kind?
I don't know. Look. Now, I'm no cotu from Obi.
Odia him can I say that?
Odia him can you more Peace FM.
Okay.
No. Obi no aka. Na again catching there. Onya do be seen there. I'm not getting catch.
No besimum.
Also my yeah who you do be seen we see.
Obesi.
Well, Jendi, yeah, mama take the own Dubai.
Yeah, 2016. Na maka chance ma for. They be a can there sometimes. My waba can man can be there. Didn't now once me. Since 2016, na maka chance ma for that. Ghana, abaya de Dubai, but in summer will start into iron fire. Sabi. When you now walk for Jubilee House, that's making 20,000 in Ghana. Now Jubilee House also a one bench man, Western in Zama. Western Zama, but train little were Western in Zama. That was the 20,000 acres. No. When you that Ghana buy a dead Dubai and said that means 20,000 or said that the whole in Zama has been covered. What by ya? If one can Western Zema, Eastern Zema, and what can Alambale and the Jamra, my grandpa still that name confused me. The Ghana will be like Dubai started from Zema until they should be serious. Into Nipakona Wabakano, Yamisusum Wunum. And the work I suffer for Wassamuso. And the last do work and them so Mammy Pentecost or just me, a Methodist in your mappa. No, I'm down to the Sakama. I saw no Mukwana say, why I can see Namizino were pew, one woman to, I'm not very good in English. Mizino were Methodist, I'm still Methodist. But more woman Mumuno. Since that me have for about 8 years. Some make some pet no the mark helping horse I find out some more kind of one friend are you serious? Into the men I don't know. Only Dickness meet you pa or you remember Businia or see or me Bibi narrow okay. The spiritual prophetess now still made you whom I don't look back. Into Ghana now by a dead Dubai, no, I want to know when you are going to be there, or they when you're 20,000 acres of Jomo of where everything the whole Ghana property is.
Okay.
Now, I want some when you know, no rough and a run your when I'm when they run it to the young company, 7 when you are when you want to see a walk with the house. So what you want for 20,000 workers. Yeah, then I'm not the King Kakwaka the first spirit has come again, and King Kakwaka the third. It is so we're 10 us Ghana or by the Dubai.
Yati,
you bye bye. I love you all, love me too. Bye. Auntie Martha, senior youth.
Marcus, you.
Yo, I'm a pastor, Joe.
Yeah, you're super.
Yo, King Kokota, okay, Kokota, your child of AK Antimata. Mommy, your child, Valentine, I think for an
okay.
But say, sometimes when you say a better Spaniard or official that yet you be what today, but do you are very interesting. And some know better because it's a lot of people agenda, they are better too, but it's you on my agenda, no matter you see my knowledge. Now, let me say, me talking about me, so me using the case in the example. Or talk about France and FIFA. FIFA Arab Egypt. For long, you have a current
or say referee no.
A referee so but the FIFA our young man will be a referee the judge on
and FIFA need the match no, referee need the match no.
And I'm a part of FIFA they appointed, but some say we see how we
but when you are making your statement, is the referee or no? And or the defendant, referee defendant. FIFA defendant.
Okay.
I am ranting there because me the Marcus Francis here now. Just say I can't send the doom pempe so na Marcus will be.
Okay. The argument to be said. There's always agenda against the African teams because the municipal stadium and ball. Ball, you can clearly tell how many South Americans, you can argue that they're very close to Americans, everyone. But social numbers, And they can be also because social media, ball media, the argument, and I said, there's always agenda against us. The more I maybe I stay where you stay, the better I shoot to my agenda. I said, when we be reading about early this year, Emma conform by attacking me, Emma, Mukwana Mokasa, you see, I brought for you, I didn't go to a million retrenching and say, yeah, Bob, that will be well card, that whole president of the country. I found telephone to my first president said, you need a record in free and I'll be clear. Can you imagine this? South African, yeah, and I say, other side of yeah, but I said they're so corrupt and easy. It's the sound of a normal with the entire in Canada is lively. Again, I'm sure Colombia and they shoot at that ball. And I'm who said Ghana, you think you're very old man. Papa, Valentine, you're born on the war 40. Because you said that Colombia for high, then I'm sure ball and say, wow, this is how much football football out there because that's one of the best opportunities in Colombia. Because Switzerland, one player can have your vote. But the Asante, the football and back up in the Japan, you cannot commit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ain't you?
Good morning.
Morning, that's the same.
Adumo na so eh.
No ya pa, yente wano pe.
Yo, enu asade kwa America no. Mante menka. Enye boni bia kwa me wo fa asema kwan a ya na me amekọ na aja. Makofa no na me ne naba from Leicester into no. Enu na me wo Leicester but metie mu. Ba.
Yeah.
Metie fu nyina ma wo fefo different sister ba. Dachi ma na me mam se wa dachi ma edom frefo onu adwuma pa wa ye no onu a na ede na eko we ni competitor
okay
to onu a na ede na eko eme ba ready isu nyina na eme ma obrempon tokoso mo akwa baba appeal no obrempon atua 30 pounds obi a wakọbọ kenra no oka na kosem na metie no akọbọ kente se
enso oba spell Fan Spanish and Kawaboka.
Mdabi me friend no crowd, one one so what say me announcement no. And no 30 pounds at home. Okay. Or the two muka was so by radio sha intimen ko kan eh. And I'm say baby, me kan eh because
Obaya the one that got your sonka.
Me man no too three, me they say you or they say. Osafu mafu. Osafu mafu am no to me wa fa no ntime man no to. Ntime they say no.
Who say one or two.
Manu to pa tina people mba o mama me hwi no o mo de mama me ba
no so o man o melo o kakra na o hwe de awe
dabi adentina wasa yesi asansa fa de a wo de chile no obrempo se mama me kan na mama me kan e be da be kan sika no
enye nsem ni na na e kan nsem bi wo a o to
sa nye nsem ni na me ka de wasa me ka de me ka eno so ntina me wo fans
ya ti ye na fans
ni principle manu to papa
Obaya no ko o si na no to ntimo hwe ni
me de so asafo mafu
wa
Valentine Marcus Ubesi we de ye mogu ya kwa ya nimo no ya kwa ya nimo no what they say eniema sisie ya egusu sisie e ma ne nya ye nwanwo especially esa someone mo ka say
serious pa
minim say ace wo ho ba at this time round no 1003 ne dia menyini me madwene no
officer doso
yes menyini because sankrofo we wo mo ye flakadam
bia report e ho no mo dia ba send there
and I make us say me madwene no this menyini now I'll show you why. Oh, I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
What can I say a different education by it? Okuja to abra kwa beka say because of free education. Central region. And mama ko 500 anyam. So kai.
Yeah, me kai pa.
E ma no mo way. Ene ye hu.
Okay.
And crofo way ya ni wo mo ni o. The same recruitment here men sia wo mo kum wo mu. Ye nya security sa mo wo mo banya wo mo kum wo mo free. Wo mo se man mo 500 so nyim wo mo we ne ehu wo mo tell me enti ma 500 anyam free education ye wo mo e ma 500 anyam e wo recruitment ye wo mo eye dan na ma so anum nu bone about 600 ye wo mo eye dan na be ka kire me say 1300 anya is amaji adi.
Okay.
Womo pekwan bia nyansafo mo tie na sopam me ma dwene no womo pekwan bia de esi nipa kwan ya womo mfa adwuma that is their tactics to womo nim so beka HIV na nkrofo wo be poa me say womo se nipa 600 enum no bone ye hu womo womo se ma 500 recruitment no ma 500 nyim ye hu womo okuje to abran kwa wotrofo hene ebeka say because of free education and ma 500 anyim was just central region pill one region ma 500 anyim ye hunu womo abeka kire me 1300 nya esa why na na dwene mu da ho obeji adi why na na dwene mu da wa
committee na wakotene nim no all kan committee ni be take notice because both sides and our committee
that time no could get abra akwa beka say
one koka committee ni on do kan no like ono na sem no
me say me imagine ne say ye chat rock akra ya kan no kra kakra ye de frafla di obeka me nipa na gina daniama obi aka because of politics nipa we be kan sama the committee is ni be kan sama abegedi
okay
we mo na de committee na anim eno atena wonim obeya wo mo penso enuboni aban ya bobodi no ade no antimi ambo edin no ade no committee na anim wa mo
investigation cost to body.
Na nti wugidi se muntaka ye investigation no ko ba wa body.
Muntaka edi kwa de ba nipa omo hona na de beba. Information na kwa be fit from.
Nti muntaka ntimi meka.
For now they ontumi go boro say investigation. Kwa so mo investigation they ontumi body.
And America no. This abrofo no.
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Now to become NDC the omo meka.
Okay.
It me me de no. Na me come asem no.
Quickly.
Agenda 111 John Mahama kachile ye say ye needness. Ehun hia. E do do and at least 10. And I say abrosua 12 bi. Short memory syndrome na ne refi say ono ne penso ka say o si community schools baako 200 short memory syndrome ni refi you na wo ba ne second term yi so no wo de age ni pankwa wo si hu hia but ubesi market 261 we one that ketani sum yeso a obeteki wo mu serious hey said they work on no coffee na quite bia ye befa so abevia ni yakum ni ase no eno anu mo nam so nanka wo bia begina wa be ka say is it true say Accra Kumasi 32% complete? Yes, it's true. Ye ni ho enso so no reporter we the big ba ye busuafo wo ho abobrempon kra kofa kwa yiso aba kwa mepeka mo ko wo bia ye hunu ene social media ye hunu nyanya jia ka besa akokasa okostate another kwai fofra the main road wo wa ekum nipa na baya medisi na baya wono what the contract mark Kanazuri 2 billion Ghana cedis now was to be renovation $6 billion way more.
Yeah. Hello,
Mr. Valentine.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. One I can say.
A patch of prophetess in here.
Prophetess, you ain't you so dear uncle.
Sese no michia otiefo nyame hira pa se when you ko ye mine ho. Oma yenhwe ye national item. Was yenara ya stasini a year board in Dimayen, Mojana no shegu yedetu or mayen, was ye drew me, ne was so siebe, ye beatoso, Nindia troso, kutu crane, yes, pesem cuminia, ediem bramu, dem, ayen assase home, ado ato say. Ome isi ebe yo, ome isi enye yo, ayese na ose, omanfo bra, netre. Woman be a year, ejina yenina yeso.
Okay.
Omei say samre if yare who do as say no. Ye kun equity ayen. Sankole yi ko peduma, ni pay employment, ni pay peduma security. Na so go apply adwuma no nya adwuma no so a yesi an yare nte say na ato no. Na wonko fie. Asemu yen kwasumu. Adanti na yentimi mwa wo mo. Na yentimi emma medical check-up. Check womo emma womunro. Na yasa mo makofie na yamfa nko sai nipa dodo no. Say 1000 and something no. Womo sa konya 2000 na spread it. Ada ne mo ho ban. Adwuma keka womo kope no. Monhwe ne akoduru. Enti adwuma na mo pese yenye bi nto aso no. Monhwe ye wieye. Enti Ghana fo mo mayene na ho na mo hu amman no. Say yen nyina no se yanti moja eja no hwegu ma wo se adru me ne wo soso mom yen hwe se baby ato aso a
okay
o mai be ya me no mienu anye ya ye mienu enti ada ho ma ye man so wo mo ba ye na nanom so wo mo ba so ye enti mo ma ye hunu se ye buni ye ni ye amo ma na di ama na so nkwala na wo mo ba no enti wo mo get that one na wo mo wo na mo duro medicine ese mo de ma mo a wo mo ntimi mo a pese Sabbath Friday ama man nyina te say ye wo sa yare no a ye ko ba bi enye yi ye de beto ye so agu ye nim ase ye ba gu ye nim ase because niaba no eso chen ye nti wo mo so ano ya mi sira wo yene
so dia ye da se pa Fred oyentio
Oh,
Fred, ain't you?
morning. Good morning, Valentine.
Morning, ain't you wanna pay?
Yo, I don't pay me to my Koni Juma.
Yeah, that's it.
Na my baby, my quiet, na mintia on the Cassia na say. Mintia ni ye papa. So for kwa David, come pekam. Ya wa bekasa. Yenu ya nane misa, yenu ya Joe. Eja to four or Brempon, ne German Boganom. Nana kwa mi Tim Smith, Michio Bia, yenu ya baya uwie. Ene ma misa wa nana about dickness did that him michia munyina. Valentine.
Yeah.
You see there a memory who say all things fall apart. Things fall apart. And ye need to yeah shadow. Mitie owura Mama speech be. Or say Ghana there nothing is working. What is?
And all kind of
Or tis and I know you are football. Yeah. Or say Black Star crap is not Black Star, even the Black Star is not working.
And be a previous one.
Debbie, and I say, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I say, yeah, and you no one can say, Boo, my no. When who say it is not working, everything is falling apart.
Okay.
Now, the one say, Ura, and see, don't get ya, crapo, ama, who say, it is all falling apart. Now, Ubia able to me arise, ayeku at any time. Ye post if one yasra for no, were tumofo, wakanse be naturemo. Oppressors rule no, and ye need to ya, no. Na ye prophetess, abeto Ghana national anthem ne bako. Minye sure say national anthem no crap on ye schools no na say ye chro mo biom. Esukufo no enti omo nim Ghana national anthem no. The other side of national anthem no actually and say we promise on our honor to defend the nation Ghana motherland.
And loyal.
Na to be loyal. Oh, so me tone for real dia metono pa.
Okay.
Obama me kwa mama to.
Oh, giant prophetess are told that you know.
There be esono near prophetess.
And then the man told you,
Auto tree version. Now the one say, the betrayer say, we will do everything to resist oppressors' rule. And the oppressors' rule, no, Sabri and Asui. Ye no mubi ye wanwa ye de ebekasemo.
Okay.
Na asi don ketia acha ye say obia etumi eto kabuma enipa bebo agene so. Me train media edru baby a me huri agene mu say minya back and non kwa dia adibum. Because there are nkrofo we no mo ye no. Ya ho hia sempa. Your education, your bibia echo down. Wotie even when nipa akosi prati ya wakasa momo over the years. Or say he's shocked that President Mahama has failed so soon. We're failing poto. No one mujidi say Uncle Beba beye bribi. And I wotie yenuya Kwame Peckham say 8 years of this man sitting behind bars and throwing stones into the courtyard, no. Now him say, Oba with something different. Neaka say, 4 years obedi ye there. Or the bribi kakra ebemo abe changing yama.
Okay.
Afe de kon wabe wasin bibia e de amaye. Ghana for the only way now is Dr. Baumia. Ohwe nkrofo a edi eyi NDC no mu ebe nyina no. Enkontompofo atrofo nko a mo ninim die bia ye de bu oman omo ni any presidential image from ono asiedun ketia no okasa ye no atofo sin hwan poku bi no a oya great minister no ni nuanom edi akire nyina mepamocho 2028 ba sankrofo we nyina momie njo monto baabi yemfa nyansafo a wọ́n de adwenepa ebu man mane nsunsuansoɔ eka enkoda mpanyinifoɔ ne obiara ɔwɔ ɔman no mu emra na ɔmo mebu man ne man
hello okay hello
good morning ba
well na kwa mi ntio
yo I'm paying me channel because I hope come on here
obi an here pa yenko
yo me channel to somebody na I think my business I'm so wa mani na me channel and member no so me chia also for David me from Cape Town Uncle Joe Obrimpong Fred and me on my thing na me activate myself I am Michelle Airport or my Ghana. Number Bustam into my Ghana, your work so for it's on the appointed to say democracy and this for a friend is saying property fence and capturing. There's a motion for when you might find out on my patrol, state properties. One more from Japan, almost someone starting. Officer almost said, and this is where they get you. Yeah, now, I can't make much more money. I'm more who said, fire almost in the nation. That's why now is no more patrol. It is almost here, almost at the end of the footprint. I'm a friend people company want to say. Most certain things of Galamsey site in the idea. Now we're taking record of greedy bastards. No, who your friend is saying, forest winning, you for more near Galamsey, especially politicians. We take your evidence. You need to start gathering the evidence from today. The fair MPP executive is one thing for only no one starting from Galamsey side to Galamsey side. There's no opportunity in media and almost taking records, almost pictures, almost video because we have to tell these people. On my now, your community and unique for the only thing almost yet. They show different for betting net. You too much me for planning be a metro person your COVID by here. Back every evening. When they can afford the casa, a train your person in here all year. What a fact. We have a couple of few. You feel not gonna afford the two. This thing never the how much we make and one so better than a church cafe at all. It's not a fair for my wine. Fair for my wine. And if I don't send a job home, if you don't send nothing, and if I don't send the nothing information yet, you
okay.
Get your money. And I want to start gold and name your money now, the money you are in the bush out for. Yes, now I'm on money because I come in film you pay. Yes, 20 people penny for. More sorry, now we're taking records of corruption airport in now because these people we will jail them.
Okay.
That's
it. Nana kwa msudiana. Patrick, you.
Machio, what is that?
You muswe.
Oh, Ramiasi, Yebunya Kupompai.
Okay.
So, what is the latest bill in Eco Parliament? No?
But me also a Council of State for oppose that bill no. Almost say any right say ombe nati law say dual citizenship no should be taken into inspection.
Uphold it. And yet jurisdiction in an abysmal, a chroma away, so them channel. Only the council local elections on one abitimato.
Okay.
Okay. Parliamentary no near can
okay. Okay, so it should be distinctive. I say distinctive. It should be distinctive.
Okay. Distinctive. Okay. Good papa.
Okay.
So
okay.
Now you can't idea about Kubium. Since you know MTC foreign into the governor day no. On base another bill no can. Near the another tribunal system no. Eba.
Oh, okay.
The the proposals in equal. But say yentem. Say yentem there. The regional biano at least moment to Umutimina be 10 tribunals or that they continue the new rules will expedite action on friends and litigation or other
Chanu, there were alternative dispute for Dada. Why are you bringing it? Because this one, it is going to be like a witch hunt court. Don't you think so?
Don't predetermine it.
No. Because it was done initially, and then Chachuchi Kata, the learned, said, that is not the way to go. It is like a witch hunt, and it was abolished. So why are you going to reintroduce it? That is what I'm saying.
We live in a dynamic society.
No, I'm saying that Chachuchi Kata said that trial was a vindictive trial. So he prefers that system should be abolished. And so that we do it the proper way as we have the emanation of the jurisprudence of our laws, rather than bringing this type of thing. So why are you going to do a U-turn to bring it again?
This jurisprudence now is based upon the constitution and law. We are not going to use unorthodox means of trying people or addressing people's fear or wishes. It's going to be there, it's open, and everybody will go there. But the jurisdiction is there, we have to open it. Concurrently, pick my way. About there, for the past 4 weeks, Collet Castle Kwana who said that a drive. Was you previously about 10 years ago? Yes, who told this who drive you. Electric car crying, they charge you a city. Until we live in a dynamic society, so the conditions prevailing in that case, prevailing that era, will determine your jurisdiction. The first part, who says you driving now? Yes, you plead. Who plead here? No, I said, one plead out quiet to me. I found. There's so many things are changing. So we have to be proactive in whatever we do. And there's a case in litigation, case who are about 10 years, 5 years, into with this jurisdiction, we are looking in a term of opportunity. You remember chief tenants like Sabia, if you any Omlo, pass it on near your rubber stamp, on them to say, you don't go near, then you have jurisdiction. Then that will expedite action. Your China, when your case are that one less than 1 year, no more you. So these are the things, almost 1.3 billion. So they are institutional structures. We have to move on. It's a very static. Why?
All right. That's Patrick and Sudi. I fully into you now.
Yo, Valentine, I mean, Chiawa no pay na minchia madamela. Na minchia yenya no more omofi MPP. Abekasa. And the Ghana for so omayasun 18 empire by fi hot FM. Debia no ya na minimum say Unimanyamano, but another what me pass unka SMA for no short memory association unka. I want to check out as a Maokai.
Yeah, no.
Kofo di by pe and almost 89. More and this is form one yina, 50 slow form. No, that munyansan yina no any chachu kata. More, I'm sorry, I must say, chachu is the law. Zana would describe no. Chachu is the law.
Yeah.
No, Kofo time no Rodibano, or say a yen chasso. Nana Momo Kofaba. Mostly there be Chachu dear or Kana drink, 80 years to year Kokofaba. Yeah, they are found. Now, one cast of Madame and the mood too. One cast of grave, and the mood too, what they get. Because they are by and feel. Yeah, by yen flew hot that. Yeah, but man like Yeduma. Because in the Moyo Coca, in an head. Mwankasa, Yamuniwan is a Mokasa about you, Coco noise, a banner say 5 evidence in Kojina Court to Casama. When you go for Mujina or Mamma. When you be 50 times I had 7 years, why I do want in case if you're somewhere Coco. Look at what is going on. Look at Hanan case. You look at what is going on. Say, Judge, I'm on the council to me to coin. That war, Attorney General. Or go to Quacohenia, not Lacochino, go my judge, I'm a quine. It's a contempt of court.
Yeah.
Straight away. They have to put them before the court for them to come and explain. Who your Attorney General, no, just over Ghana, Mrasso, court on the kind, and yet, who Attorney General and our kind, who go to court for crime, don't behave as if you know the law. There are some people whereby they know the law, but they are not courtroom lawyers. That the people must get it clear.
Yeah.
When omo nimrado but omo nyen krofo a omo tumi di asem wo they are corporate lawyers it's a companies ni ade no omo ya ade wo but luminaries court to them di asem cross examination ni ade they don't have it
na only ukra wasem wa on kai typewriters no on type those days on type now
yeah commissioner for
no I'm sure mom so ko law school dan so mum nimra no pa because no maybe auto
me come go ya affidavit bi
affidavit ni there affirmation ni there exactly hey no omo nye lawyers
but the wire be o
now as a man okay no cry to
the man is no ko he was so me we are serving
yeah Mranka did different jurisprudence. Mra. Oh, it is a woody Mra ye Juma will fear near Diana. That is the transition. Into when there, or your what the field of expertise, or a barrister, or a solicitor, or you say, or a corporate lawyer. So we have distinctions in every area in law. Into a does be and you're right. You're right.
Oh, and you know what? And phobia because more Casancasa Rolling Stone and what is that trouble any idea by Chatui okay, no count. Chatui no count.
Okay.
A year, Mr. Adwakins, no count. And a 1 man be of the side hobby. You don't know so. Oh, you know, no, done.
That's right.
Yeah, Mao counsel, be a lawyer, be a major man. Yeah, so someone so you need to know what here. Yeah, you know, and say near who and you boom. I say, yes, it's all can cry now. Sanity.
Okay.
My second issue,
quickly.
Appeal, nearby a Gigiama, hot digital Fima, 7 fracture. Yin mum what I teach in Benton, Ghana phone will be a year at TV. What born home in pass. Did the Anna Cobain Yamasi, you Jim, Emma. A year hot FM for Niadi. Let me be so. Francis of New Cross Gate, our heifer.
I attend in Catcham.
Well, send it. Why is upon you? So, open the pool, and I say, you had to be to see a JP, no, could not be ding. Or better, you
are not bet me to through there.
True heifer, like I think of a Nike because you never be you come when I say when I put your Van Dyke, I come here. Indeed, true heifer. Who be sanity on what was this year and then in Crawford and Wabasemu, a nipper 1,300. And I had an HIV. Also, now that's a way for one. And to know Crawford, in such 7 hours, the mom send you your mom spready, and I saw something like safe sex, and I said, Visa.
Okay.
Well, and I mean, no, because they say, any 1,300 year king. Majority of them are NGC for. Who be them say why? Because age near the fact of military, nearly number 20 to 25. Scam George. Any that Yamako, Echo for 3 years, moment about 35. 35 young divide. On one can cross for no musu, say, and it's in the end from what it's in the end from. On my beginner hawker trains, it is almost cross for more. Military, and security services, everything will be a. And a mark offer. It is a mark of Valentine from me, but what offer not a way about. I am one crop on a majority womb. My last issue year, a year flooding. Once I buy I'm off one year, Bibian, come for Dr. Baumia, Obian Swafan Crofona, Corona. Now, we say trainers, we say shoe, Massa, and yet shoe need trainers in a honey hill.
Okay.
Set, yes, because we are my union, why are they, why are mammy? And no one more the Thursday, any Friday, ABC hop, and my acquired day, Yakoti got them. Nasadiana Mokoyan, a knee jack approach and Kashi, a useless in the sense that says Yamokoti idea, jumping site Ben Amudeko. And Zoom line on folk to nipa 25,000 no more prepra cromini at the certain gotters near the internet. You will kufa to a blessing. Young was saying Yamawi. I said, then I'm trying to contact him because Manasi, ending the 4th days, no way any chian is a canny, a kuta company or Kosoye, Ombaya in a dinner, Domahama, so Ajatum was Simon. And the same Thursday, Friday, you know, Omodiatu was there, Yama, parliamentary for no holiday now, Obian ward in Hubeship because Uti and Yaniku got a harmony, you know, Obian or Baba, then asking a sort of a sample boom, a useless in
a Papa. Nini, let's hear you so that we're going to Uncle Jeffrey. Nini, let's hear you. Oh, Nini line into me so. Okay, Nini, let's hear you. Hello, Nini.
Val.
Let's hear you quickly so that we take a last caller then wrap up.
Val, with the NDCs, we have got the age.
They agree,
This is the beauty. It's the beauty of democracy.
I just keep quiet because I don't want to talk. So I just want to keep quiet.
Look, all these things happen. Yeah, all this. I'm giving a history. Yeah, all these things happen. We had a revolutionary. We had a visionary leader, Kwame Nkrumah. But did the same NPP people, they have made us to go to this extent of our living in Ghana. Because this man had a vision to transform Ghana, the third world country, into a second class or first world country. He had a vision. But the same people, look, I'm giving you the names. Asaba Kwaku, Baba Malantula, Tego, Anum Yabua, Joseph Kwe Mensah. These are the people who were mandated to kill Kwame Nkrumah with bombs everywhere. These are the people. And this is the system that follows from independence until today. They haven't changed. That is why we say we will rise and arise to overcome all these people, because their actions is not something that is favorable for Ghana. They don't like Ghana. Because when they come to power, I've been saying each and every day that they divide the country into three: the premier citizens, the first class citizens, and the second class citizens. And the second class citizens becomes useless and hopeless for them because they have a group. Within this group, they function. Okay. Outside the group, we are nothing. That is why we solved for 8 good years. And NDC has come to rescue the situation, but they are not happy because they don't get what they want. It is alleged. It is alleged that even those communicators, they get their monthly, how do you call it? It is alleged that they get their monthly.
They do it for passion. No, they don't collect money.
You say
they do it for passion. They don't collect money. They say you people are not. They say your government is not a good handler. You cannot handle the country well.
It is alleged. They will not tell you.
Well, you are purporting. I don't have any knowledge about what you are saying, because what you are saying.
That's why I said it is alleged. So when they said it, I nodded my head.
Bani, for that one, if they get something, it's their party. So for that one, but maybe you are NDC man. Well, the NDC can also help you do something. Or maybe you don't want it. If now they give you something, you will take it.
We don't want it.
Are you sure? Hey, no coffee. Are you sure?
No coffee. We don't want it. No coffee.
Hey, okay, I hear you. I hear you. Let's leave it here.
That's the beauty of democracy.
We'll continue tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Jeffrey, you link up to peace now.
Me Michelle be a reduce so MPP for you now. Michelle be a also Michelle.
Yeah, that's
it. I actually own. Me catch a good na yo mo kofa be ho asem me busa bi. Actually da ni duase. E na no ma be si ho. No usu. Na actually catch am masa no ma. Jesu yo na wo hwe di asem bebo. And ma se mfa me ho. Afei de sambofo bi so akowure bu akokina wanyanam oduru ho no bo anoma atu ebi anoma kotoye bofo so yokokoko na chide da ho no kofa no e kan ho so usa anoma kofa asema bra chide
ade
na me ka kire NDC fo se sa trebu na no beti de ka so bunya yo na mum se bre no duru ho a obo hwe no mo nsu
ade I'm saying, don't face cases ni be wa. Most of them are preliminary cases. Say sub judice. Most of them have been ambushed, not to be released. Most of them have been stretched, and then the time limit, it elapses. In JBR now they feel they should have a speedy trial.
Kufuor fast track by the same thing like Tribunal.
That's right.
Chachusikata, yeah, na see. or the you be an for no side cocoa and boy. I want the crown clear to say uncle prison crowd me boy. Good. It's in the middle of my camp, say. Omutu a omusu no e de asem beba okay nti eduru ho a omo hwe no man kasa na nini okay MPP for na yebetu kwa Nkrumah fair enough ama development aga na hia yes aka fair enough 1979 yetu abade ma PMP CPP kwa Nkrumah nkrofo ana meboa ban okay na when the betu CPP aban so Nini, when they betu CPP, Dr. Hilal Maya by when they betu ye. What's the MPP a betu Dr. Kwame Nkrumah fine? They say I got to Baba Kwame Nkrumah Crawford, I'm on my back. I use some bread and Kwame Nkrumah penny for me brain on now, I'll put your Mwajim. Now, no, could you back no? Your friend saying, Kakam da Costa no. When you for me brain, no me now, or me not your no movie, or me not your Mumba. Now, what the betu a sub PMP abino. Wo this year na wo uti wa kan ho so we this year mo na be two say MPP aban no PMP aban no okay nti ma af ma trade ni me kaka say boy say ye pre development say na mo so mo pre development cause na so na civilian rule no so do ni me to akwam say obepese Ghana be si die na mo wa ne wo this year wo ne wo ka ho yi mo so mo pre development nti mo be two Dr. Hilary Maya aban free ho na koto de ne budget ne nche de wonko me do see am nia that's libre
definitely I mean sure papa but na be to us that's libre
mati be that's
all right enti then link up to peace panel discussion na yenti dia enuanom so kan o man Ghana mu sema ekoso
aso ye na obe report wa ese se ye tie na sem wo kasa otimu
okay
ana kasa okamu